All right. Oops, I've muted the wrong thing. There we go. Hello and welcome, everyone. We are missing Big Hoss, our fighter.
Oh boy.
But that happens. I got bonked already by random. For those of you who are new, I generally do not talk very much to chat while I'm DMing because I have to focus on my players. So if I apologize in advance for that, but feel free to chat, talk about what's going on, and I will react somewhat. We will. Hello, Soul. 1 second here. I've got to do one thing. Here. Okay, everything should be going properly now. All right. So, while we are waiting, hoping Big Hoss will join us, I will do a little bit of a recap for everyone. Our adventurers, who have been dubbed the Fruit Loops, left Neverwinter on a job to deliver goods to the frontier town of Phandelver, which is right down here. Along the way, they got waylaid by some goblins, and they ended up going in and cleaning out a goblin nest. This is where they found our resident warlock, Shaylin, or Mask. The leader of the band of goblins, a bugbear known as Clarg, escaped, but they managed to get out unscathed and deliver the goods to Phandelver. Upon arriving in Phandelver, let's go over to the town. Upon arriving in Phandelver, they delivered the goods to Barthen's Provisions and found out that there was an issue with bandits in town. A group of thugs, calling themselves the Red Brands, had kind of started to strong-arm the citizenry of Phandelver. They found out their hideout was in an old manor house up on a hill. They proceeded to go into the manor house, clear it out, but they couldn't find the leader, a man known as Glassstaff, but they did find a letter indicating the identity of Glassstaff being, or seeming to indicate the identity of the leader, a man by the name of Iarno Albeck. They then became local heroes of Phandelver, and they received a number of inquisitions for problems that they had received before and that they had received after, and they are now going around clearing out all of these little problems. Last stream, they talked to a banshee named Agatha and got the location of a spellbook. They then went to Old Owl Well and spoke to a necromancer about his dealings there, as they were worried about undead. The necromancer gave Bonita a ring for her information that she got on a Nat 20 history check, which was phenomenal. And then they proceeded down south to around this area to a place called Wyvern Tor, where they have been told there are a number of orcs, that there's a roving band of orcs or some form of creatures there, who have been waylaying travelers, who have been attacking frontier towns, settlements, small farms in the area, and they have been asked to clear it out. And that leads us to now. And with that, I will pull us all to Wyvern Tor. I found a little bit better map for the setup, although it is a little bit too bright for what I think, but we're going to go with it. So, the first thing I need you all to do, since Big Hoss is not here at the moment, we are going to assume he, for some reason, fell asleep back at camp. So he is currently not in a position to do anything, and I'm not going to play for him. you all meander through the foothills. And as you're meandering through the foothills, you come across a gully, a ditch. It looks to be a dried out riverbed. And there are some minuscule fortifications. They're not quite on the map, but there are some like stakes driven into the ground. There's footprints around here. There's some wagon tracks. And most importantly, you notice a lone well, you now know this to be a bugbear. A lone bugbear sitting kind of nestled against this rock. Seeming to keep lookout, and you're guessing that this is probably the location that you have been looking for. So the first thing I would like you all to do is roll for me a stealth check.
Oops.
I have to roll for Castus because he is along.
Probably a good thing right now.
Yeah, it rolls. He's wearing heavy. He rolls at disadvantage. Still rolled very well. Well, we're going to leave Big Hoss behind since Big Hoss is not currently here. Okay, so you guys come around this corner and you immediately spot this bugbear. I am going to make a would be wisdom check for this guy. He rolled really good. Okay. You come around the corner. And as you come around the corner, you notice this gentleman right here, or this bugbear up here. And Bonita, you slip around rather quietly, hiding behind this rock here. Shaylin comes up behind you quite well. Castus is trailing the reel. And AK, you swing a little too far out of the rock, and this bugbear, its head swivels, and it locks on you, AK, and it immediately starts running back away up the gully.
Is it in within line of sight?
With these things and this rock here, not from where you're standing.
Gotcha.
You know that it's run up, but where it's gone, you cannot see with, because this is a wall here, and this is also like a wall.
Yep.
So you're kind of on a mid-level path here.
Gotcha.
I would say that these walls are probably like 6-7-ish feet high. And this rock over here is probably not same, but probably like 5-6 feet, or not, probably up 5 feet. And yeah, it disappears behind the rock up into the gully.
All we can do is move forward.
Okay, so you guys are going to move forward. All right, 1 second then. All right.
I'm going to do a ready action. I probably shouldn't. Never mind.
Never mind. All right. So you guys want to continue up the... Where would you like to go?
Straight up the path.
Good path?
Maybe actually right up against the rock. Use the rock kind of as a
Okay.
peak.
Who would like to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay. So you want to get up by the rock?
Yep.
All right. Who would like to follow?
I will.
Okay. And then we'll put Bonita and Castus behind you. As you push up, you kind of push your backs up against the rock and you sort of glance around it. You don't see the bugbear anymore. What you do see is a cave opening right around up here.
Okay.
And you can just make it out, but it looks like there is a opening in the rock area there.
Would it be safe to say that we know Lady Bonita's owl, if you will, is shared to her, like she can see what it sees and that kind of thing? Or
It cannot do that.
okay.
It can understand
Commands.
it can understand commands, but it cannot speak, and they do not have a telepathic link.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, like I told you could command it to say, go scout something, and if you see an enemy, peck my shoulder twice or something like that.
Yeah.
But you couldn't say, go into the cave and scratch the amount of enemies into the ground in the dirt. Like, you can't do that. But
Okay.
you can,
Right.
if you can have it go do, it can follow rudimentary commands, and it has human level intellect. It can't read or write.
Gotcha. Should we do our, well, we're not in combat, right? So
You are not in combat.
I will approach on the far left, I guess. Kind of like hugging the side there.
Okay. How far do you want to go?
We'll go about halfway, so right about here.
You want to go there? Okay. So as you kind of push your way around the rock, and you hug this sort of wall, and it's kind of like, it's just dirt, right? So it's kind of steeply sloped. It's kind of like half collapsed. You could climb up it. It would take you a little bit of effort. But there's nothing, you don't really see or sense anything. Hold on, give me 1 second. I want to play a different type of music here because we are not peaceful anymore. Let me throw this up there. Let me check something real quick. Okay. Okay. As you push up, you see a bugbear glance around the corner and then quickly dive back in. And AK, Bonita, are you here?
Mm-hmm. You heard me, right?
Yes, I did hear you. I was waiting for Bonita.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was muted.
Okay, no, it's fine. I just wanted to make sure. Okay. As you guys see this happen, one comes out.
Yeah, I'm fine. No, I don't. Yeah, I'm fine.
And then another one comes out.
Oh.
And then another one comes out. And then another one comes out. And they all pull weapons out as another one exits the cave. And I need you guys to all roll for me initiative. But we
Oh boy.
will get this done properly. Here, I need to make sure to get a bird. And we'll put you guys in combat. And then I'm going to put on some combat music. We're going to open this up. Make sure you roll for your beast as well.
There we go.
Ye wee beasties.
Oh boy.
All right, we have initiative. All right. They all pull out javelins.
Oh. Oh.
And they raise them up to start to throw them. And as they do, you all draw your own weapons and your beast. Oh, wait, actually, you don't roll for your beast because your beast goes on your turn.
Okay. Okay.
So let me, okay, I'm just going to remove that from combat because it plays on your turn.
Okay.
I remember that correctly. As this happens, Lord AK, you are the first to react. What would you like to do on your turn? In front of you, you see five bugbears of varying sizes, all drawing javelins to throw at you. What would you like to do?
I would like to, gosh, what is the range on my light bow?
Your light crossbow?
Yeah.
Definitely far enough to hit them.
Okay. Then I would like to take aim on this one and fire my crossbow or my light crossbow at him.
All right, you want to fire your crossbow? All right, go ahead and take aim and fire yourself a crossbow.
How come it's not letting me select it?
Is it equipped?
I think so, yeah. My
Your light
rapier
crossbow-
and my light crossbow is
Yeah,
equipped,
your light
yeah.
crossbow is equipped.
But it's not letting me select it.
You just click on it once, I believe. Yeah,
I mean, it's not showing up in chat.
I did it and showed up in chat. Is this? Do I have a problem with permission? No, you own that character. Let me just double check. Sure. Nope. Wrong one. Bigger ownership. Nope. You should be able to do it.
Huh. So all my other weapons, when I hover over them, they highlight red, but that one does not.
That one does not, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Maybe you should leave and rejoin real quick,
Okay.
just in case.
Okay.
We'll do a quick reset here.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
my player. Pop that out. Okay. Oh, what the?
Hello, Lily. What happened now?
The heck is going on? Oh no, just my stuff's going crazy.
Uh-oh.
My windows are going
no.
crazy.
Uh-oh.
Okay, now it should work. So do I need to retarget him?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Target him, light crossbow. Go to chat.
Roll for me an attack. "13 is not going to hit. So you prop yourself up on this rock and take aim and shoot, but the arrow flies a little bit too far to the left and buries itself into this dirt wall here. Which is then going to lead us to this bugbear here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's be a little tricky. This bugbear is going to rush you, Shaylin. Target you. And it's going to swing a morning star at your head. And hit. So this bugbear runs up to you, and as it's running, it pulls out a wicked-looking morning star and swings it at you, and it catches you in the shoulder and does 11 damage. This is a big hit. Oops, begin combat next and next. That leads us to this bugbear right here, who is going to take aim at you as well, Shaylin, since you have made yourself so available to them, and throw a javelin at you. That's going to hit.
Damn.
Oh, no.
So this guy, this comes up and he throws a javelin through the air. It goes soaring and catches you in the leg and does 9 damage, leaving you incredibly wounded.
Holy moly.
This
Never even got a shot off.
this leads to your turn, Shaylin. You have just been struck with a morning star. You have a javelin impaled in your leg. What would you like to do?
Plotting. Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead. You're a little hairy here, so take your time.
Oh, man.
Any word from Hoth?
No. Not on my end, anyways. He lost it.
I have like 3 different plans plotted out of my head, but I don't know which one I want to apply at this point because all 3 of them could end very poorly. Oh, that is awesome. All right. Unfortunately, if I hit this, it casts a spell. Oh, wait. Consume a spell slot. So I can do this just to see if it'll work.
Okay, what's this?
Burning Hands, but I want to see.
Yeah, you can check and see what the.
Oh, you fuckers! Just out of range.
Just out of range.
Just out of range. All right, so that doesn't work the way I want it to. All right, let me do a quick read of this.
Go ahead. Also, Bonita, you're on deck, so thinking about what you're going to be doing while Shaylin is plotting here.
Plotting a way to not die fast. Christ. Oh. Does this? I don't think.
Why do I not have music?
Am I correct in assuming Misty Step would not trigger an attack of opportunity?
Misty Step would not trigger an attack of opportunity.
It might be worth consuming one just to get the fuck out of Dodge.
Mhm.
And
I believe Misty Step allows you to teleport to
30
feet. So that is. Yep. About
I feel like
6
being
square.
in the trees would be better. That would give me what, like half cover, basically?
I'd give you half cover on that, yeah.
All right, I think we're going to do that. We're going to Misty Step, so consume, cast spell,
Okay.
and then move. Oop, I'm still
You're
on
still
the
on
ruler.
You're going to move up there.
Joink.
All right, so you guys see Shaylin vanish from in front of this bugbear. And the bugbear is kind of surprised, like swings his sword in the air, like to make sure you're not invisible or something like that. But it just goes through this little white mist, and then there's kind of a trail of this white kind of like fog that goes all the way up into the trees up here. And you, Shaylin, are kind of hunkered down in this bush now. A little bit harder to see, a little bit harder to hit. That's your bonus action. You still have an action and movement.
What is the range? Range is 30. Ooh. I think I'm going to end my turn there.
You're gonna end your turn there? You're not gonna do anything?
No, I don't want to draw attention right now.
Okay. Well, all right. Do you want to? I'm gonna give you a little. I'm gonna do a little metagaming here for you. Do you want to use your action to like hide?
Ooh, yeah.
Okay. So you can
idea.
roll for me a stealth check.
Good call.
Well, I want to make sure you guys know what you can do.
Oh, fuck me sideways.
Well, you like kind of crouch way down, and you don't really notice that like your foot is sticking out of the bush.
Oh no.
So, but you are in there, and you are relatively certain that you have hidden yourself, and that leads us to Lady Bonita's turn.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Yes, I would like to okay, I'd like to how do I mark? Move up here
You want to move up there?
and then target that guy.
Okay.
Can I use my Hail of Thorns?
You can use Hail of Thorns. Yes, you may.
We're gonna cast. Which one do I click?
Okay, so the first thing, give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
The target of the attack and each creature within make a dex save throw. Okay, so they have to make a dexterity saving throw of 11 or more. I will say they all fail then, because I selected them all and it did that, which means then you have to. Oh wait, no. Okay, that's not how this works.
Okay.
So you make a ranged attack first, and if you hit, then you can cast Hail. I believe it's because it says as you hit a creature.
Got it.
you have to hit the creature, or I won't
First.
take away.
Okay.
Yep. So it triggers after hitting things. So so you. Well, Would you? I would assume you'd
As
have
you
to
hit-
cast it first.
Okay. As you hit this Valkyrie. I guess that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So roll an attack against that the one guy in the
Go
middle.
in the
then.
middle. Okay.
Yep.
With just a regular.
Regular attack.
Okay. Attack.
15 will hit. Okay,
Okay.
so roll damage on your longbow for the one hit.
For that hit. Okay.
So we're going to apply that damage to him.
Okay.
And then what I want you to do is I want you to go back up to Hail of Thorns, click
Sure.
damage, and roll
Okay.
and roll damages.
Okay.
Okay, so each one of them takes 7 damage, and I will apply
Okay.
that manually because I didn't place the template.
Oh, oops. Is that what I have right here?
Yeah, there's a template, but we got it figured
Oh,
out.
can I just clear that?
Yeah,
Oh, wait, don't do that. Oops. Sorry. I'm messing
you're fine.
things up.
Okay, I can fix it.
Thank you.
Okay. So
Okay.
you guys see Bonita kind of hop out from around the rock, and she takes her bow out and pulls an arrow back, and you see her kind of mutter as she looses this arrow. And as the arrow flies through the air and shoots this bugbear in the chest, thorns burst out from this bugbear and shoot out into the skin of the 2 bugbears
Yeah.
around it, and they all kind of shriek in pain as they take a rather painful experience here with Bonita casting Hail of Thorns, which then leads us to this bugbear's turn.
Question. I'm sorry. Before
No,
we
go
move
ahead.
on, do I have enough movement to go back behind the rock, or is that over?
Absolutely you do. You have 20 more feet
Let me
of
hide.
movement.
Let's hide.
Okay, so you go back behind the rock.
Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, so that leaves this bugbear out here, who I believe can. Oh, I can throw that 30 feet. That could have made him. Well, is going to aim for Shaylin because, well, let me make a perception check just to. Oh no, it's passive. Its passive perception is 10, so you're.
Oh.
So
no.
you failed the stealth check. It can see you. So this bugbear is going to target you again, Shaylin. You have a javelin thrown at you. I will give you I believe half cover is +2 to AC. Yes, half cover is +2 to AC. So I will give you half cover on this. So your AC is 15, not 13.
Yep.
And it pulls a natural 1, and it kind of takes a step back, and it goes to throw, and its foot gets caught on this ledge, and it slips. And the javelin hits this bugbear in the back, and just for funny, we're going to make it take 1 damage. This bugbear turns around. Oh, what are you doing? All right, they kind of argue with each other a little bit. Because it's funny, and I like to make jokes. Which then leads us to this bugbear over here, who is going to... How much movement does it have? I believe it has 30. It is going to run up here, and that's about as far as it can get, and it is going to target you, AK, because it figures there's enough here to take out the very wounded Shaylin, and it's going to throw a javelin at you as well. It's going to roll an attack. Going to hit. Going to roll damage. Normal. Does 9 damage. So this bugbear rushes up to you, AK, and as it's running, it kind of underhand throws this javelin, and the javelin catches you in the thigh and buries in. Ah! The damn bastard hit you. Which is then going to leave us to this bugbear up here, who is going to turn back from shouting at this bugbear from hitting it, and it is instead going to 15. Yeah, it can get up there. This bugbear is going to push up to you, Shaylin. It's going to scramble up this embankment and get right next to you. And is going to swing its Morning Star at you. 15, 19. It's going to hit.
No.
It's going to roll damage. It's going to do 9 damage to you, and you are now unconscious, Shaylin. So you guys see this bugbear scramble up the embankment and rush into these bushes, and you see like a Morning Star come out of the bush in a bugbear hand and get swung down. It disappears, but you hear a thunk. And you see Shaylin, his leg that's poking out of the bush kind of go limp as he falls prone. And that leads us to Castus.
Will Castus take suggestions from anyone other than Haas?
Castus will take suggestions from everyone, yes.
We need to help Shay.
Absolutely.
Castus agrees with you. And Castus is going to target you and use his bonus action to cast Healing Word. And you are going to get healed for 10 damage. Castus is then going to use his action "30 feet. Are you within 30 feet? You are not. How close is 30 feet? Let me just measure this out real quick. Is this 30 feet? It is. Castus is going to step up next to you guys, and he is going to cast Bless. He is going to use Bless on the 3 of you. And all 3 of you feel a sort of power surge through you. And for the next minute, you get to add 1d4 to all of your attack rolls and a save. So any sort of save. So if you get like attacked by like Shaylin's Burning Hands or your Hail of Thorns, you get to add 1d4 to saving throws and to attack rolls.
Okay.
And with that, Castus is going to move back behind you guys and move himself out of the way of danger. Wait, what's his AC? 18? No, he's gonna push up. He's tanking. He's gonna push up here. And he's going to try to tank for you guys because he does not want his newfound friends to be hurt. Which then leads us to the top of the turn order to you, Lord AK. Actually, you know what? He'd be smart. He's going to get there. Can I move there? 5 feet. Yes, he can. He is going to take a flanking position behind that guy. And that leads us to you, Lord AK. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm going to return the favor and poke this guy in front of me with an arrow.
With an arrow?
Pokety poke.
Okay. So I rolled the 1d4 after the attack? Yeah, because it's damage, isn't it?
No, you have situational bonus already on there. It's an attack roll, not attack damage. So it means you hit. It means it's easier for you to hit people.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
23. Go ahead and roll damage. Five. Nice. So this newfound energy flowing through your fingers seems to help you aim this crossbow of yours, and you find that you have shot this guy and done a fair bit of damage. The bugbear up next to you guys is starting to look fairly wounded. Leads us to this one, who is now going to then push in to Castus. Target him with a Morning Star attack. So he rushes in and swings his Morning Star down, but Castus raises his shield and blocks the strike.
Nice.
Which leads us to this one, who is fairly wounded. Having seen Shaylin go down, but not noticing that Shaylin has been healed, this bugbear will also rush in to Castus, make a melee damage strike against him as well. 15, 19 will hit. Damage. So this one comes in, and as Castus is blocking this strike here, this bugbear rushes in and swings under the shield and catches Castus in the gut, and you hear a which leads us to your turn, Shaylin. Shaylin, you have fallen to the ground. You're prone at the moment, but you felt a surge of healing through you as you were... Oh, hold on. I have to make a concentration check, too. Bless stays up. I like that. You feel a surge of energy flow through you, and you feel your wounds close. And you look up, and the bugbear who had hit you has turned its attention away from you. It doesn't realize that you've been healed. What would you like to do?
I am going to summon my Pact Blade to my hand.
Okay.
And then we are going to stabby stab the one that's in front of me.
Okay. Would you like to stand up first?
Yes.
Okay, so you jump up, and as you jump up, you make a strike with your sword. Roll an attack with advantage, because this would be a surprise attack, and this creature would not be expecting it. 24, you catch this thing very easily. Go ahead and roll damage for me. Big damage. You catch this thing. You do hit it, but you graze it across its face. It kind of pulls itself back before you can get a real deep strike into its head, and you leave a nice gash across its face. Which then leads us to you, Bonita. What would you like to do?
Good grief. I will come out to here.
Okay.
I'll target this guy. I'll cast Or can I cast Hunter's Mark on him?
You can make cast Hunter's Mark on him. Yes,
Okay,
that is your
we're
bonus
gonna-
action.
Gonna do that. Cast the spell. And then attack him.
17 will hit.
Okay.
Roll damage and make sure you add your Hunter's Mark to it, which should be
Will it already?
1d6 force.
Okay. Will it already
So,
be on?
No. So you're going to want to click situational bonus and type 1d6 in there.
Oh, okay. 1d6. And then
Roll.
roll.
6 damage. So you pull your arrow back and it hits this thing in the back and you feel that it connects with something vital. It does more damage than a strike like that should have. But you have Hunter's Mark up on that target and you have attacked. You now have a little bit of movement left. What would you like to do?
And I go back behind my safety rock.
Of course. Why is my music stopping? Very weird. You know what? I'm just going to take a different...
Is the bird also napping?
The bird only attacks and moves when Bonito wants it to.
Can I
Okay.
have it attack or
No.
move or attack?
You can have it... No.
No?
You have to use your bonus action to make
Okay.
it attack.
Okay.
You can have it move. If you want it to move up and
Mhm.
say try to distract these things, you can.
Oh.
If you want to, so for instance, we'll play a little bit of
Sure.
metagaming here. Castus moved up here with the intention of getting into a flanking position with this one, so that AK
Sure.
could push up, do a melee attack, have advantage, and then get his sneak attack because he had advantage on his attack.
Mhm.
Instead, AK chose to fire crossbow bolt, which is fine. It's AK's turn. You can do this with the bird. You can have the bird go up and
Mhm.
say fly behind here, and now Castus has advantage on attacking this bugbear because your bird is flanking it. Now your
Okay.
bird is in danger when that happens,
Right.
but the bird, unless you make it attack, its action is the dodge action, so every attack made against it is at disadvantage.
Okay.
So you can use your bird in that manner if you wish, but it's up to you. So,
I thank you for saying that.
well, no,
Can we go ahead and try that? Is it
Okay,
too late or?
no, it's still your
Ah.
turn. So the bird has, I believe, 60 feet of movement. No,
Okay.
60 feet of fly speed. So
Okay.
where would you like to put the bird?
Let's go ahead and gosh.
So just for
Okay.
reference,
Mhm.
you can if you want to help Shaylin, the bird can
Yeah.
fly up there and help and give
Okay.
Shaylin advantage on attacks too.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Can we do that?
So this your
Please?
bird flies up, and Shaylin, you see this spectral owl shoot through the brush and get behind this bugbear and kind of start to harry it a little bit. And the bugbear looks fairly distracted. And that leads us to this bugbear in the back's turn, who has 30 feet of movement. Is going to push up and it's going to move one more square. And even though you are behind half cover, well, no, I said that's tall, so that's full cover, so it can't see you. It is not going to worry too much about Castus, and it's not going to worry too much about... It doesn't really see that. It's going to throw another javelin at you, AK. Ooh, 18. And hit. So it is going to roll damage. Do 11 damage. And this javelin flies through the air and strikes you kind of in the stomach, and it hurts. You are quite wounded. Which then leads us to this bugbear's turn, who is going to take a swing at Castus, but it has advantage because it is inflanked. And hit, so roll damage. So this bugbear takes a swing at Castus, and Castus is now kind of surrounded. And it hits him, and Castus is now looking very injured. Which then leads us to the next bugbear up with Shaylin, and it is going to turn and make a strike at this bird because it doesn't want any interruptions with it dealing with Shaylin. And it's already killed Shaylin once, so it's going to try and get rid of this bird. And hit. So, normal. $10 damage. So it swings and it hits this bird. And your bird, Bonita, you realize your bird is pretty hurt. That hurt your bird. The bastard hurt your hurt your bird. Which then leads us to Castus's turn. Castus is going to use Castus is going to target himself and use Healing Word. On himself to try to mitigate some of the damage he is taking. 9, not bad. He'll take it. So Castus speaks this word again and heals himself up. He is then going to take a deep breath. And you are going to see his entire body kind of glow with a radiant energy. And as it does, this energy bursts out from around him. You must have one or more tokens. Yeah, well, they're there. Okay. This energy burst out from around him. I'm going to say they fail. So, a burst of radiant light flies out from Castus's body, and it blinds all of these bugbears and burns them for 1 damage apiece. Yay. Good job. I was excited about getting to use that move. That's a cantrip that isn't in a lot of the games. But oh well. Word of Radiance, it's just a cantrip. It happens. It blinds them temporarily, but it doesn't really seem to hurt them all that much. And that leads us to you, AK. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm going to move into melee range on this guy right here.
Okay.
And I'm going to pull out my rapier.
Pokey poke.
And I'm going to whoop on him.
Mm-hmm.
You are in, you have advantage, so go ahead and roll advantage. With advantage. That will hit. Make sure you roll sneak attack, so make sure you add 1d6 into your situational bonus. So you get up behind this bugbear and you jam your sword into its back. And as you do, you feel it go limp on your rapier, and this bugbear slumps dead at your feet. You still have some movement and a bonus action.
Hey. And the bonus action is not another attack.
Well, let me double check something. Okay, so it can be. Let me double check something real quick. Does the rapier have? No, it doesn't. Is a rapier not a light weapon? Let me double check. D&D rapier. Is a rapier considered a light weapon? No, it is not. So the way you can use your bonus action to do an attack if you're using a weapon in your offhand with the light property. So technically speaking, you do have a dagger in your offhand, so you can make a dagger attack, but you have to be wielding two light-handed weapons? No, the offhand just has to be a light weapon. So if you want to use your dagger to attack, you can, but it's just a straight roll. You don't add your proficiency to it.
Okay. I'm going to attack this guy.
Okay, where would you like to go?
Right in front of him.
Are you sure?
Actually, wait a minute, no. I want to go beside him.
So
like
so you get advantage.
Right.
So go ahead and roll 2d20. You don't have to use you don't add your proficiency to this.
Oh, okay.
Because you're not proficient with your offhand, so it's just a straight d20 roll.
So roll 2 d20s.
2d20, and we will pick you pick the higher of the two number. We'll pick the higher. So go ahead and roll. Okay, roll another one.
You know, I selected it to roll 2.
What is going on? Okay.
I selected it to roll 2 the first time, and it rolled only once and said 0. So then I selected 1 and rolled.
Okay, so what you do is you just click twice on the d20.
Oh shit. Okay, just omit 1, I guess.
Okay, so we have a.
Or do you want me to do it again?
All right, do it again.
Just click twice.
Just click twice and then click roll.
Okay, sorry about that.
Oh,
Natural 20 is a crit. So you get to make so go ahead and click dagger. So target the guy, click dagger, click damage.
Critical hit.
In the situational bonus, because you have advantage. Wait, no, you only get sneak attack once per turn, so you don't get sneak attack on this. So go critical hit and roll damage with that. You deal 7 damage. So Bonita, you see AK rush out and stab the one bugbear in the back, and then kind of do like a 6 spin move.
Ooh.
And get behind this other bugbear, and he pulls a dagger out of his belt and jams it into the side of this bugbear.
Nice.
And that bugbear is very wounded.
Sweet.
Which then leads us to this one, who is going to target Castus again, because it's there, but he does not have advantage this turn. because his flanking partner is now dead. 3 is going to miss. Castus, having healed himself, stands up a little straighter and uses his shield to fend off these blows, which then leads us to the bugbear here that is now between AK and Castus. That guy is going to... It's going to see that you're more wounded, AK. And it's going to turn to you and try to get rid of you, especially since you just hit it. And make a Morning Star attack against you as well. And completely whiff it. You're just too smooth of an operator, AK. The bugbear swings a backhand strike at you, and now you parry that shit with your rapier easy. Which then leads us to you, Shaylin. Is now your turn. What would you like to do?
We are going to stabbity stab the bugbear in front of me.
Wait, go ahead and do an attack with your packed weapon, but roll with advantage because the bird is in flanking.
Advantage.
23, nice. Roll damage. 4. 6 damage. So this bugbear is swinging between you and this bird, and as it's trying to keep an eye on both of you at once, you sweep your sword in and get a nice stab in this guy's gut, and he goes, ugh. But he kind of turns back and focuses on you. But now is your turn, Lady Bonita. You feel the target of your hunter's mark go down. He dies. Your hunter's mark is still active. You can use your bonus action to target a new creature with it.
Okay.
But you currently do not have anything hunter's marked.
Okay. Okay. Well, that one up there hurt my bird. I'm gonna attack him. This guy.
Okay. Are you just going to attack him? Do you want to use Hunter's Mark on him? Do you want to use... What would you like to do with your bonus action?
Oh, yeah. Let's go ahead and use a Hunter's Mark on him.
Okay, so you reconcentrate on that enemy and you put your Hunter's Mark on him. So go ahead and make sure when you attack, make sure when you roll damage, you add the 1d6 if it hits. So go ahead and roll an attack for me.
Okay, attack.
8, 4. Oh, that's going to hit. Yeah, go ahead. Roll damage. Make sure you add 1d6 in the situational bonus.
1d6.
Oh, big damage. 15 damage.
Dead.
You did.
Yes!
So, Shaylin, out of nowhere, you see an arrow fly up and jam itself into this bugbear's throat, and it falls over dead.
Whew.
At your feet.
Yay.
Which then leads us to this bugbear's turn, who is now looking at everything and starting to see its compatriots die. This bugbear is going to actually run back up here and go, help! And that leads us to Castus's turn. Castus is going to turn to this one between you guys, AK, and pull out his Warhammer. And make an attack with advantage. 16 is going to hit. So you see this Warhammer come down. Nice. You see this Warhammer come down and land on this bugbear's skull and cave it in as that bugbear falls dead.
All right.
Castus is then going to skirt this bugbear and get up right here. And he is going to use his last level 1 spell to cast Healing Word on you, AK. No, I take that back. He's going to use his last level 1. Oh, he can't do that. He can only use he only use a bonus action spell. He is going to save his bonus action. Actually, he's going to save his last spell because his spell is going to be might be kind of important to him, and he's okay. And you are not in any immediate danger. And that leads us to the top of the turn order to you, AK. But as it comes back to your turn, you hear a roar come from this cave. A bugbear rushes out, and behind it, you feel the ground start to tremble as a giant pushes its way out of the cave, shoves this bugbear back, and just
Oh no.
and starts to push down the gully towards you guys. That leads us to your turn, AK. What would you like to do?
First things first, I want to finish off this guy next to us, move up into a flanking position next to him,
Okay.
plant my rapier right in him.
All right, go ahead and roll an attack with advantage for me, because you are in flanking. That'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Make sure you add 1d6 sneak attack to it.
Mm.
11 damage. Good. So you get up behind this guy and slide your rapier into his back. Which then leads us to his turn. And this guy is now injured. And he is going to turn and run. He wants to get behind this giant, which leaves both you and Castus having opportunity attacks against this creature. So if you would like to use your reaction to do an opportunity attack against him, you may, AK. Castus is going to do so.
Okay, I'm going to use my rapier again.
Okay.
And attack. One-handed. Normal.
Nice, roll damage. No sneak attack.
Okay.
2, 4, nice. So you get hit him. Castus also is going to swing his warhammer backhand at this creature's face. Hit. Four, 5. So as this creature turns to run, AK, you lunge out with your rapier and Castus swings his warhammer. You both connect with him, but he gets out of your grasp. He is very injured. Think he can get to there? Yes, he can get there. He is very injured, but and because he has been attacked twice, I'm going to call that the end of his turn. Because I think that's going to be... Well, technically he could make an attack. We'll say he throws a javelin at Castus. Why not? Just for fun. Just for a good time. Misses. So in his haste, with his wounds, he just can't get the javelin to fly well enough. And it flies wide and misses. And that leads us to your turn, Shaylin. What would you like to do?
I am.
So just to be clear, just so everybody is aware,
Mhm.
there is a very wounded bugbear here. There are 2 uninjured bugbears back here, although the one looks a little bit larger than the other one and is carrying a very large axe instead of a morning star. And then there is a large giant in the middle of the gully here, roaring in anger.
Oh.
Let's see. I have an idea what I want to do. I just want to make sure I'm reading the spell right and not fucking myself over.
No, you're fine.
The giant is considered humanoid, yeah?
That's a good question. Let me double check. It would be a very large humanoid creature.
Oh.
Alright, I am going to cast Charm Person
Okay.
on said giant.
Let me...
You want me to wait a second?
Oh, you can go ahead and cast it. It makes the... It's going to make its saving throw with advantage. Because you're in combat.
Yeah. Looks like you got to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Yes, so... Yeah, see, that's you, though, not the thing. So I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way. DC of 14. Succeeds. Didn't even need advantage. So you're going to try to charm this guy and get him to, well, be charmed by you. And as you do, unfortunately, it doesn't seem to hold. The giant just, he's too angry. He's too mad to really sort of let the spell take hold, and you feel that it just sort of brushes off. And your spell fizzles away.
Well,
Which
that backfired.
That backfired. Well, then that leads us to you, Bonita. You once again feel the that you have Hunter's Mark, sort of not targeting anything. Because you killed the thing with your Hunter's Mark. So you can use your bonus action to move it, or you can use your bonus action to have your bird make an attack. You can use your bonus action for anything you can use bonus actions for.
Okay. Oh boy. Because this guy is pretty weak. God, I'll use my bonus action, my Hunter's Mark, excuse me, on him.
Okay, so you feel that connect with him. What would you like to do with your action, movement, and or reaction?
Do I need to step out behind this rock?
Yes, you would have to step
out.
out.
Let's move up to and then he's targeted.
Go ahead and roll for me an attack.
Attack. Okay.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
1d6, right?
Yes, with your Hunter's Mark. So an additional 1d6 with your Hunter's Mark. 10 damage. That will kill him. Once again, your Hunter's Mark, putting you over the top. You pull your arrow back, and you know just where to shoot. The arrow flies directly into this creature's chest and strikes its heart, and it slumps dead onto the ground. And that leads us to Gog's turn.
Oh, not. No.
Gog.
Gog. It doesn't really seem to notice Shaylin try to cast spells at it. Its eyes are fixed down this gully, and it pushes in. And it pushes into Castus. You're too small to be of concern to it. And it pulls out a massive club and rolls an attack roll directly and hits. Castus brings his shield up, but this creature just has so much weight behind it that it slams down onto Castus, doing 8 damage. Castus is now not looking so good again. Castus is quite injured. And that leads us to the bugbear who fled. The bugbear, now emboldened by its giant meat shield, is going to push up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is going to use its action to dash 6 and get into melee with you, AK. Doesn't get an attack this turn because it's used its action to dash, but it wants to be in this fray now because it feels like it has a big advantage. That leads us to Rogar, Axe Biter. This creature is going to do the same. It's going to push up to you. All the way up to you. But unfortunately for you, it can use its bonus action to move. This creature is going to take a great axe attack at you, AK. And hit. Six damage. Still alive. This creature comes up and swings a great axe down onto you, AK. It hurts. You're very wounded. That leads us to Castus's turn. Castus is going to look in his up. Castus is going to push right next to you, AK. And is going to... I believe I get a free cure wounds, don't I? I think I get a free cure wounds. I think that's the way I set this guy up. No. It's creep. Okay, I got it. Castus is going to reach up and grab his holy symbol. and cast Twilight Sanctuary. Centered on you in a 30-foot radius. That should hit all of you. Yes. And it is going to heal all of you.
Cool.
And your bird.
And my bird. Oh my gosh.
1d6. You guys feel... Five's okay. You guys see Castus start to glow, but not with radiant energy this time. It's a very pale light. And it shoots out from around him, and as it does, you feel yourselves invigorated. Every single one of you gains 5 temporary hit points. And you are also immune to being charmed or frightened, but there is this very pale glow now illuminating from around Castus as he channels divinity and puts up a twilight sanctuary around all of you.
Mm.
Castus will then use his final spell of Healing Word on you, AK, because he can only do a bonus action. Sees that you're more injured than he is. He will cast his final spell. And heal you for 10 damage.
Thank you, lad.
Mm-hmm.
He nods to you, raises his shield, his warhammer, out of spells now, and ends his turn. That leads us to you, AK. What would you like to do?
Okay, so the flanking,
Yes.
does that work diagonally?
Well, I mean, so you would have to be here to get flanking on him.
That's what I'm wanting to do.
Yes, then it will.
Okay, then I want to move up there
Okay.
and attack this guy with advantage.
Go for it. Oh wait, hold on 1 second. You can do that, but hold on 1 second, because this guy right here is alive, and he would get an attack of opportunity against you.
Disengage.
Yeah.
You want to do disengage?
Will I still be able to attack?
Yes, you disengage would be a bonus action.
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
Dang, I was hoping to attack both of them. Yeah, that's what I'll do, because I don't want to be attacked on the way through.
Okay, so you disengage. He makes a strike at you, but you dodge it quite quickly. You then roll damage against this guy. You target him, you hit him, so go ahead and roll damage. With 1d6 sneak attack. Seven damage. So you get behind this guy and you sink your sword into it. He gives a little bit of a yelp and he spins to you. Not happy. That leads us to you, Shaylin. What would you like to do?
I think I will. I'm gonna move Actually, you know what? I'm just going to Eldritch Blast this guy right here.
Go ahead and roll Eldritch Blast.
The old standard. Give me what I want. Hell's yeah.
24, you hit, roll damage. So for the first time in this battle, Shaylin, you gather some Eldritch damage. Ooh,
Yeah.
you gotta roll, don't you roll add your charisma to it as well?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't do that, did I? Fuck.
What is it?
4, I believe.
So it's 10, so it's 14 damage.
Yep.
Well, let's just apply that and then we'll go.
Thank you for reminding me. I forgot.
I want to make sure things are fair. The first
Yeah,
time
yeah.
in this battle, you gather up Eldritch energy in your hand and you sling it forward and connect with this, and that hurt him quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Which then leads us to your turn, Lady Bonita.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Okay.
Your hunter's mark is free again because you last targeted this guy and he is now
Sure.
done. So you can use your bonus action to apply hunter's mark. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna target this guy with my hunter's mark. Use my little.
Which guy? That guy? Okay, so that guy's
Yep.
hunter's mark. So you feel yourself connecting to him as you start to use your knowledge of these sort of bugbear anatomy that you've learned by fighting them.
Mhm.
Go ahead and roll an attack for me. That will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
Make sure you add 1d6 force.
1d6.
211. Good damage. This is the boss. Is there any particular way you would like to dispatch this foe,
Oh man.
Bonita?
Through his eye.
Through his eye. So you guys see Bonita stand tall. She pulls an arrow from her quiver, knocks it, and lets it fly, and it buries itself into this guy's eye. And you see him, and he falls over dead at your feet.
Woohoo.
This leads us to Gog, the giant.
God.
Gog
But
doesn't
he is
even
dead.
know. The boss is, yes, the leader guy is dead.
Okay.
Okay.
Gog doesn't even notice. Gog takes another swing at Castus,
Okay.
raising his great club, swinging it down two-handed and missing.
Oh.
Castus, having blocked one of this creature's strikes before and failed, now knows that he can't just block it. He has to kind of deflect it. So Castus raises his shield at an angle. The great club slides off of it as Castus steps out of the way, and the club thumps onto the ground next to him, and Gog growls. Which then leads us to this bugbear here, who is going to immediately start running away.
Uh-oh.
He sees his leader dead, and he is going to book it off the map. You will be able to target him, Shaylin, if you wish,
Yes,
on
please.
your next turn. But
That's right.
if you miss him and don't kill him, he will get away.
Okay.
That leads he is dead. That leads us to Castus.
Oh.
Castus is going to do something you haven't seen him do before. He is going to lean back and open his maw wide. And as he does, you are going to see him. How do I rotate this? You know what? We'll just do it. We'll do it. How do I rotate templates again?
Scroll on your mouse wheel.
Oh yeah. You're going to see him open his maw wide, and a line of fire shoots out from his mouth. And hey, you're targeting him, aren't you? Okay, well, we'll do it the hard way then. A line of fire shoots out from its mouth. And smashes into the ogre. However, the ogre raises its one hand and blocks most of the fire. And takes 3 damage because it's made its save. Can delete the template. As Castus uses his breath weapon against Gog, which is then going to lead us to your turn, AK. What would you like to do?
Okay, because that icon is so big, if I'm having trouble determining if I move right up behind him and put him between me and Castus, is that
Yes, that would be
going to be
flanking.
an advantage? Okay,
Yes.
yeah, I'm going to do that.
The whole idea with flanking is that you're attacking the enemy from 2 sides and it can't defend itself as effective. So,
Okay,
So-
so it doesn't have to be adjacent necessarily.
well,
Or maybe it is, it's just a big icon.
you have to be on. So, like, you could be here,
Mhm.
would still count because you're behind it, he's in front of it. But you couldn't
Okay.
be here or here.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, well, let's target him.
Go ahead, target him.
Rapier.
Rapier attack with advantage because you are in flanking, and make sure you add your. That should hit. That hits. Go ahead and roll damage with your 1d6 sneak attack. Nice. You come in and listen, you gotta be honest. This guy's about 15, 20 feet tall.
Oh my gosh.
But
And
you
I'm only
s-
4.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
you sink your rapier deep into this thing's calf muscle, and it is quite injured now. Very injured, in point of fact. Not very injured. But it now turns and looks at you, AK. It's not happy that you attacked it, which is then going to lead us to your turn, Shaylin. You can attack the bugbear, who is off screen if you want. The bugbear is currently running away, but it is up to you what you wish to do.
He's severely injured, isn't he?
The bugbear is not severely injured, but it's wounded.
I'm going to focus on the giant.
Okay, then we will say that this bugbear is off screen, and unless any of you guys want to target it, do any of you guys have any plans to target it?
Nah.
Okay,
No.
then that bugbear will escape. All right, go ahead and do what you wish to do, Jalen.
We are going to Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. Go ahead and roll an attack for me. 16. That's going to hit. Go ahead and roll damage. This is a very large creature. 4 plus
5.
4,
Eight.
8. So you sling some more eldritch energy at this creature. And you standing up on this bank, you're about you and it are at eye level with each other.
Yeah.
Right. So you're what, about 6 feet tall, and you're about 5-6 feet in the air. So
Yep.
actually, this thing's still a little taller than you.
Oh my gosh.
So you shoot this thing, and it hit it in about center of its chest with its eldritch blast, and it turns to you. It turns from AK to you to Castus, and it is kind of starting to whip itself into a frenzy now. That leads us to you,
Okay.
Bonita. You feel your hunter's mark now again release as you
Okay.
have no target for it. What would you like to do?
Can I have my bird move in and attack?
With your bonus action?
Yes, please. And
Okay.
yeah,
Where would you like your bird to go? Your bird can go anywhere around it.
let's go. Here.
You push in.
Big
The
Hoss
bird.
may have overslept,
The
and
big.
he is very sorry.
Well, okay. We will add you into the combat order here in a moment. But we're at Shayla, or we're at Bonita. Bonita, your bird flies in.
Okay.
What would you like to do? Beast Strike, go ahead and roll an attack.
Okay. Attack.
Go get him, Pikachu.
So the bird, its talons just can't seem to pierce this thing's hide. It's scratching at it, but it just doesn't seem to be finding any purpose. This thing has very thick skin.
Mm.
You still have your action and movement
sure.
left.
Let me hit him with my longbow.
Go ahead. That will hit. Go ahead and roll damage. No hunter's mark because you didn't apply it. 2 Gog 5. Go ahead. So you, seeing your bird fail, loose an arrow at this creature, and the arrow sinks in a little bit deeper than the talons did. But it doesn't do a lot.
Okay.
Which is going to lead us to Gog's turn. Gog got hurt pretty bad, AK, by you, so he's going to turn.
Oh, no.
And he's going to roll a great club attack at you. And he is going to attack you with the great club. And completely whiff. So the Gog swings the club around, but the bird is harrying at its arms, and it stops swinging at you and kind of like swats at the bird, but it can't hit the bird. So it completely forgets about attacking you, and once it realizes that it missed its opportunity, it is now mad, and it refocuses on you guys, and leads us to the bugbear, who is going to vanish.
Oh,
What did I do?
Where'd God go?
Oops, I had Gog targeted. Hold on.
Chuckles is gone.
I remember how much HP. Gog is back. Gog had that much HP. I believe that was right. Yes. So Gog is back. He's not named Gog anymore because it's just Ogre now, but that's fine. We can deal with that.
We're fighting an entire gaming platform, y'all.
Yeah. All right. That bugbear vanishes from sight from you guys, and that leads us to Castus's turn. Castus is going to target Gog with his warhammer and make a blow at it. With advantage because it is you're being flanked. 1719. Big hit. Gonna roll normal. 6 plus nice plus. Oh, my strength modifiers low. So Castus swings his hammer back and connects with this ogre's knee, and its legs start to tremble a little bit. This ogre's looking pretty rough. That is going to lead us to the top of the turn order. Hoss, I'm going to put you there since you just got here. I'm going to put you into combat. I will roll for you initiative, and that is where you are in the initiative order.
Okay. I'd like to make a public statement.
Go ahead.
I am very sorry I overslept.
It is all right, Big Hoss.
Oh, my bad, bro. That
It is all right.
Completely my fault.
It happens to the best of us. Which then leads us to the top of the turn order to you, AK. Is now your turn. Gog is looking rough. He's looking injured.
He's going to get some rapiers, what he's going to do.
Go ahead and roll an attack with advantage. You hit.
Miss. Oh. Damage. 1d6. No. No 1d6, right?
Yes. No, you have sneak attack.
Oh.
Nice. So you pull your sword back, and you think your strike is going to miss, but this is a very big creature. You hit it. You do some damage. Which is then going to lead us to Shaylin's turn. Shaylin, what would you like to do?
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. Go ahead and roll Eldritch Blast.
Aw.
That's going to hit.
Ah.
This creature has a very low AC. It's a
Kind
very
of makes sense
large
because it's
creature.
big.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Fuck, I did it again.
Plus
8.
4, 8. This creature is starting to look very wounded now. And with that, you throw back, you hit this creature, you hit it directly in the face. A couple of its teeth fly out of its mouth.
Picklets. Except those are probably like daggers.
And that leads us to Big Hoss's turn. Big Hoss,
All
you
right.
wake up from your nap. You had leaned against a rock down here to take a little bit of a cat nap, having no idea what was going to happen. And you hear the sounds of battle coming from this gully in front of you. What would you like to do?
Charge in.
All right. You can get 30 feet.
If I run, can I get 60 or is that?
Yes, but that would take your action.
Okay.
So you can get right up next to the ogre if you want, or you can get right up next to Bonita.
I'll get right up next to Bonita.
Okay, so Bonita, you hear a roar behind you, and you think another ogre's coming, but you turn around and it's Big Hoss. Big Hoss swings through. Big Hoss, you see a scene of carnage in front of you. There are dead bugbears everywhere. Every single one of your friends, except for Bonita, is quite injured, and there is a large bleeding ogre in front of you. What would you like to do?
What the hell's going on? I'd like to pull out my bow and make an attack.
Go ahead, make a longbow attack against.
Let me just pull my thing out.
Yeah, no,
Like that, pull out my character sheet,
Yep.
pop it out. Boom. Target the blood bear, as I've been trying to do.
It's actually a giant, not a bugbear.
Okay. All right. Let me target the giant. Longbow. Put in there. There we go.
Yep. Go ahead and roll an attack for me. 19. Hold on. No, you didn't take. Okay. Yep. Go ahead. You go ahead and pull out. Gonita, you see Big Hoss skid to a stop right next to you. Pulls his bow out, knocks an arrow, lets it fly at this creature. Go ahead and roll damage for me, Big Hoss. Six damage. Big Hoss, you guys see an arrow fly, and you're like, wait, Bonita just shot an arrow. You look over, and there's the grinning visage of Big Hoss with a little bit of sleep still in his eyes. But he has joined the fight now. Put damage into this creature, and that leads us to your turn, Bonita. Bonita.
Oh, wait, I want to use action surge, too.
Oh, well, you want to use action surge? Okay, burn your action surge.
Burning it. Okay.
Make another attack roll if you would. $16 will hit. Roll more damage. You guys see Big Hoss not shoot one, but two, and the arrows fly almost immediately after each other.
Nice.
One sinks in, the other sinks in. Boom, boom, sinks into this creature's hide. This creature is incredibly injured now, and it is looking for a way out. That leads us to your turn, Bonita. What would you like to do?
We're gonna target him. Me and my owl are gonna attack.
Okay. So
Here, I'll start with the birdie.
okay, go ahead and roll an attack. That will hit.
Okay, and
But
then
roll damage. Wonderful. Bonita, roll your attack for me as well, real quick.
Okay. Attack.
That will hit. Roll damage for me. Fine. Wonderful. Bonita, you see your bird swing down, and your bird finds some of the stab marks, the places where AK have been stabbing it in its legs, where Castus struck it in the knee, and it digs its talons into these wounds and rips a big chunk out of this ogre's leg, and the ogre falls to its knees, and you track it down with your bow, and as you let the arrow fly, the ogre screams, and the arrow flies into its mouth and cuts its scream off, and this ogre now falls dead.
Yes.
The
We did it, right, guys?
The ogre is now dead.
Oh my gosh.
The ogre falls dead at your feet, and for the first time in what feels like hours, it is now quiet.
That was one hell of a fight.
That was intense. I'm
There,
sweating.
there is no noise. Every single one of you, save Haas and Bonita, is very injured. But you are now safe. All of these creatures have passed in to the realm beyond. You see Castus slump down and put the head of his warhammer on the ground as he leans on it.
He was key. We'd have
He-
lost if it hadn't been for Castus.
Honestly.
And he moves over and slumps against the stone wall, and he nods his appreciation at your compliment to him as he takes a much-earned rest. What would you guys like to do?
Well, obviously we want to loot. We know the boss had a great axe.
The boss does have a great axe, yes.
I'm thinking we need to give that to Haas.
I just roll in and take the loot, I guess.
I'm just saying, does everybody agree?
I mean, that's
Yeah.
fine with me.
But I don't know what everybody else has. As far as the looting sources.
That would be the DM's job. Boop, boop,
What?
boop.
What? Okay, sorry, I was looking through the loot table. What would you guys like to do now?
Is it a great
loot?
axe or a great club?
It is a great axe. It is a two-handed great axe.
Man, I'll get that great club one day, man.
Well, the ogre has a great club.
All right, well, let's check that out too.
Okay. I will put it in chat. You can take a look at it right there.
Haas strong enough to wield that thing?
That's a good question.
That's
I'll
one
see it
massive
in
turkey
the,
leg.
in the chat.
Yeah, it weighs 10 pounds.
That's it?
Well, it's just a large piece of wood. It's not. You see, it's not like it's not like a Dark Souls great club. It's just a big piece of wood. It's not like a wooden beam. It's not like a tree felled. This is a two-handed weapon for a normal person. Being a giant, it could wield it in one.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
So it a great club is just a large weapon, just a large piece of wood. So it weighs 10 pounds. So. There is a great club if you'd like it. It is strictly two-handed, so you could not use a shield with it, Big Hoss.
Okay.
So there is a great axe on Brugor, the axe spider. He has a great axe, and there is a great club on the giant. There's morning stars and javelins on all of the other bugbears around. You can take any of the weapons you want. You can take, although at this point, Big Hoss, I am going to make you get rid of some kind of weapon if you want to take another one, because you're carrying a lot of weapons.
Well,
Okay.
what about Castus? Can he carry one of those weapons?
I would say that Castus could carry one of those. He could carry the Great Axe or the Great Club. He would agree to carry one, but he will not take both. And he has no interest in the Morning Stars or the Javelins.
Well, what I was thinking was, I don't know if he would rather use like one of those instead of his Warhammer, or if he's
No,
okay.
no,
Or might be affiliated religion.
He's quite partial to the Warhammer.
Okay.
Okay, I can't. Can you put the thing in chat again? I can't see the stat.
Let me. Can I do this? Here, let me just put it into your character sheet, Hoss. If I can. Yes, it is now in your character sheet.
Okay. 2d3 hit. Alright. Sword.
That is incorrect. Let me delete that. Where is my items? I want to go here and then here and then. That is what it will look like. That is the weapon you get. Castus will then pick up the Great Axe for you guys. And Castus now has a Great Axe strapped to his back.
Okay, when it says 1d, or my sword says 2d plus 4, right? Wish I could have them.
For what damage?
Yeah.
Your sword is 1d8 plus 3. No, your longsword plus 1 will be 1d8 plus 1. No, 1d8 plus 4 for your longsword, because it's a plus 1 longsword. The Great Club will be 1d8 plus 3 because it is not a plus 1.
Okay. And then there's an axe too. Did you put that in the thing?
Castus has it. I can put it in chat. What, can you see it in chat?
I can't see anything in chat.
I don't see it either.
Okay, let me do this. I will read it out to you real quick. The great axe would be it would be 1d12 plus 3 for you with a great axe.
So that one's better.
Well, you can't use a shield with it. That is a strictly two-handed weapon. So.
Okay, I got it. All right. Yeah, I'd like to take the axe and the Great Club anyway. And
okay, you want to take both of them?
Yeah, and can
okay.
I let?
I'm going to require you to get rid of 2 weapons.
All right, can I drop the Morning Star?
Yes, we can drop that.
And can Castus hold them all? At least I can sell it or something.
Well, Castus will hold the Great Axe then until you find some place to get rid of it.
All right.
Okay, you now have divvied up the weapons. What would you guys like to do from here?
We need to loot the rest of them.
Are there any healing potions on any of these guys?
All right, so you're going to look for healing potions.
Yeah.
Okay. There are no healing potions on these guys.
Oh, okay.
Also, they also don't appear to have any belt pouches or any gold on them of any kind.
Wow, so they were just carrying weapons and attitude. All right.
Yep.
I bet we got a lot of XP for that one.
Is this a safe place to rest at all?
Probably not.
It's a-
Considering they
Okay.
came out of the cave right here.
It's a cave opening.
We could check the cave opening.
Yep.
Hold on. 1,
Yep.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bugbears at that much. Let me get my calculator up just so I don't get this wrong. Plus equals that divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You each gain 330 EXP for that encounter.
Wow.
On top of which, last session you did some combat and you each got 200 EXP. So you can each add 530 EXP to your total.
How do you do that?
You have to hit the edit button on your character sheet.
Oh, there we go.
Would you say 530?
530. So it would be 1,730 for all of you. Because I think you all should have the same HP.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that is your EXP divvied up for this combat. The monsters, the bugbears, don't appear to have any loot on them of any kind. They have their weapons, and that is about it. There is a cave to the north that they came out of, and that is what you have. What would you like to do?
Check out the cave.
I'm going to go stealth and then move to the corner of the cave to look in.
Okay, go ahead and roll a stealth check for me there, Shayla. 18, nice. So you sneak up pretty quiet. And you sneak up and you look in and you see the cave turns very sharply down to the south. That's what you can see from the cave mouth there. What would you like to do from there? You move up to that rock?
How big is that rock? Like, could I take cover from behind it?
It's large enough that you could crouch behind it, yes.
All right, I would like to do that then.
All right, so you push your way in, crouch behind it, and the cave is empty. There is some signs that they have been living here. There's some bones for food, just some discarded like bones, some skin, some pelts of animals that they had caught, killed, eaten. There's some remnants of a campfire. There's a few remnants of like bedding. And in one corner, although it's not on the map, down here there is a chest.
I am certain there's nothing else in this cave, right?
Roll a perception check.
Yeah. With my -1.
There is nothing else in that cave. You're not even sure it is a cave.
I'm gonna see if they want to join me or not.
Okay,
first.
so you push back out, and you tell them all that the cave is empty, that you don't see anything except for a chest. You let them know everything that I told you.
Okay. So yeah, what he said.
Open the chest, see what's in there.
Castus will push up with you. Anyone else going to go with him?
Yeah, I'll go with him.
Yeah. I want to see
Yeah,
what's in
I'm
there.
still just trying to figure out what's going on from that rock nap I had.
That was a really good rock nap you had there, Big Oz.
Yeah.
You guys push in, and you see empty cave, chest down here.
I will approach the chest, I guess.
Same.
Shaylin, you approach the tent. Hoss goes with you. You are standing in front of a chest.
I shall try to open it.
The chest is unlocked. And you open the chest, and inside the chest, there is 180 silver pieces, 15 electrium pieces, which if you want the electrium pieces, you can take them, or I can translate that into silver for you if you'd like. An electrium piece is worth 5 silver. It is the piece between, it's the square one between gold and the silver coin. That's electrium. They are worth 5 silver apiece, and you have 15 of them. So you can either have 75 silver or 15 electrium. It's up to you. And there are 3 vials of some sort of liquid.
I give Haas the money, and I want to grab the vials.
Okay, Big Hoss, you can add 180 silver to your total, and well, do you want electrium or do you want the value in silver?
I guess just the value in silver.
Okay, then let me pull up my calculator again just so I can do math easy, because I don't want to think too much. So 180 plus, I believe I said 75? 15, yeah, it'd be 75. Nope, that's wrong.
Actually, can I give it to AK and Bonita, because I didn't really do anything.
180 plus 75. Okay, you have 255 silver to divide amongst the group.
Yeah, just divide it amongst the other 3 with me if we can. I know it's not divisible. 3 though. Or is it?
I would
It's up to
say
you guys.
give Bonita 200 of it, and I'll take the 55.
Okay, Bonita, you can add 200 silver to your total, and you can add 55 to your total.
Cool.
AK.
Okay.
As you guys look around the cave, there doesn't appear to be any threats. Doesn't appear to be anything bad, negative. It appears to be a fairly secure location, probably why that group of people, or the group of bugbears and bandits, had chosen to hunker down there.
Mm-hmm.
Castus kind of looks at you all and says, "Perhaps we should rest."
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I was thinking. I'm kind of tired too.
Have we determined what the vials of liquid are?
I believe I can take while we're resting, I think I can check those, correct?
Yes, but if you want to check them now, you can.
Yeah, I can do that.
So as you take them, you open one of them up, and a very strong floral scent comes from it. And you, being a man who has many romantic entanglements, recognize this quite clearly as perfume. And as you check them all, they are all bottles of perfume, and you would know that each one of these bottles is worth roughly 5 gold pieces. So you have 15 gold in perfume. If you would like to have the gold, you can. If you would like to have the vials of perfume, you may.
I'll take the perfume.
You have 3 vials of perfume in your inventory, Shaylin. I don't have a perfume item, so you will need to keep track of it.
Yep.
All right. Would you guys like to rest in this cave?
Yes.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Let me do a little something fun.
I could see.
How do I... Can't I make it a different... There we go. You guys get yourself a little fire going.
Ooh.
I don't have a little fire token, but you guys get yourself a little fire going. You hunker down. Are you going to take a short rest, a long rest?
Oh, what time is it roughly in game?
It would be getting close to like 1 or 2. I think last session you left Old Owl Well, you camped between Old Owl Well and here, and then you ended it. You had an encounter. Castus used Prayer of Healing to speed up a short rest, and then you continued your way here. So you're probably noonish, 1 or 2 p.m., something like that.
I think some of us could benefit from a long rest,
Yeah.
especially Castus.
Castus would definitely like to have a long rest.
Let's give the man a long rest.
Yes.
All right,
I
so
say
you
we
guys
wake him up.
You guys hunker down to do a long rest. And whether by sheer chance or by the fact that there's a string of corpses outside, nothing comes to bother you.
All right.
So you all take a long rest. Please go through and do a long rest on your character sheet. You will be resting here for the rest of the day and into tomorrow morning. So it's a new morning for all of you. So you guys take your rest.
I figured Sleeping Beauty can stand guard while we sleep.
No, I already slept, man. I was tired from the battle. It wore me out.
Oh man, Big Hoss is just exhausted from the 2 arrows he shot.
Yeah, those were critical arrows.
They were really cool arrows. So you guys hunker down into this cave and you spend the night here, and you have a fairly as peaceful an evening as you can have. In this cave. It's not exactly comfortable. You are sleeping on bare rock, but you've all had nights out before. You have bedrolls, you have a fire, you have rations. So you can weather this. And in point of fact, considering that you're in a cave, it's nicer than some of the nights you've had out on the rough. So all in all, it's not too bad. You wake up. There is light coming from the cave entrance. A new day has started. Big Hoss is snoring once again, his head against a rock. What would you guys like to do now?
I need to use the restroom IRL.
All right, 5-minute break, everybody.
All right.
Same.
Yeah,
Thank you.
much deserved.
5-minute break, everybody. I'm going to run to the bathroom, dude. So we will be right back. Enjoy the musical stylings of Foundry VTT. I'll be right back. All right, I am back. I have returned, Farrell. How's it going, everyone?
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
We thank you for the frying pan random. I could probably put on a little bit more, something a little bit more peaceful sounding, huh? I will hydrate. Thank you so much. I drank water. That was a fun battle, guys.
That was intense. When that giant came out, I thought, oh my God.
I was trying to figure out how to play that because I'm sitting here looking at that giant in that cave, like, how do I want this thing to make a reveal? And I didn't want you guys to have to fight in that cave because that didn't seem nearly as fun. So instead I had all the bugbears rush out and kept the giant in reserve, and I was happy about that.
I'm back.
I like
Boy,
that.
and having him come out when most of us were badly hurt already, that
Yeah.
was scary.
You guys are lucky I saved you. I'm just saying.
Trust me, I was making phone calls.
Now
between my.
She was
were-
just texting Big Hoss. Where are you? Where are you?
God save us.
Yeah,
We were lucky
that
that-
mom that says, "Are you okay? Tammy called me worried about you?" Question mark. Question mark.
Yeah, we were
Oh my
lucky
gosh.
that Castus saved us.
Seriously.
More
Hey,
than
Kate.
one.
Up to it was him. I'm sorry, Ryan.
Look, I didn't want to tell you guys, but I actually wasn't sleeping. I was just waiting to make a dramatic entrance.
Whatever.
I believe that.
I know what you sound like when you're sleepy,
What do I sound
like you do right now.
like? I'm really sorry, guys. That's not gonna happen again. Probably.
No
Look,
worries.
AK kept me up all last night. I will say. that.
I did not.
Whatever.
And
I will say though, Big Hoss not being here made that fight much more dramatic.
Oh yeah, it did.
It really did.
When the big one came out, I was like, oh great, we're dead.
I was a little worried there that Big Hoss was going to join in and be like, all right, guys, let's fight. And then all his friends are
everyone's
dead.
dead.
So I've never encountered that before in Dungeons and Dragons. When someone or the whole group dies, is that just an end of game? Is that what happens?
Nope. You roll up new characters and you pick up where they left off. That's usually
Well, so I've actually had DMs before where, or GMs, depending on what you want to call them.
Yeah.
You can actually make a quest to essentially reincarnate or
Oh.
Oh, that's cool.
like bring them back to life. It costs a shit ton of gold and some wishes and some extremely rare items to do so.
Yeah,
But you can bring somebody back essentially.
Yeah, resurrection is a thing in Dungeons and Dragons, but resurrection costs like 10,000 gold.
And you have to
Holy.
do it. Well, I think is it like 3 days? I think it's like 3 days.
It depends on the
Oh, wow.
spell you use.
Yeah,
But
yeah. So it
is not. Resurrection is a thing in this game, but it is very difficult to do.
Mm-hmm.
It costs
most
Ada
people
lot
just
to
make a new
complete.
character.
Yeah.
So you can. So like let's say AK died in that fight, and you guys said, okay, we're gonna scrape up all our gold, and we're gonna get 10,000. You could take his body to like to Neverwinter, and you could pay a priest because the spell costs. The spell requires a material component of a diamond worth 10,000 gold pieces, and it consumes the diamond. in order to cast Resurrection. So
Hmm.
there are other ways to do it, but that is one of them. At this level, with the resources you guys have on hand, you would probably be rolling a new character.
Absolutely.
Gotcha. And starting over on the XP.
I'd put your new character at level 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't make you start at a level 1 character in a level 3 party. I would just put you at level 3, and you basically just pick up where you left off, because otherwise it's not fun.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Good opportunity, like if you were playing a warrior and you're having fun, but you're like, oh, that finger wiggler over there, his spells are kind of cool. Maybe I should try something like that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it gives you another if you play your character and then your character dies, it gives you another opportunity to try, playing a new class, a new thing. So, you can do what you want. But
Okay.
I mean,
I've been wondering about that.
Yeah, here's the thing. If you're in the situation that Mask talked about, if you're tired of playing your character and you just want them to be done, you don't have to like kill them off. You can just say, hey, I don't want to play this character anymore, and you can make a new character. I'm not gonna be like, no, you have to do this thing you don't find fun for. No, I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, if you guys want to make a new character, although I will tell you, fairly shortly here, I'm going to give you that opportunity anyways, because I bought the Phandelver used to go to level 5, and then they expanded it to go to level 12, and I bought the level 12 stuff.
Mm.
So I was going to have you finish the original campaign to level 5, and then have you guys, if you want to continue with your characters onto level 12, you can. Or if at that point in time you want to make a new character, you can make a new character, and we'll start that character at level 5. You guys can. So, I was going to give you the opportunity to make new characters if you wanted. So.
Oh, cool.
Gotcha.
Okay, I have a couple questions while we're kind of on the intermission.
Go for it.
So, how do I read these stats exactly with the weapons? Because it says one is a 2D, so does that mean it rolls 2 dice?
Yes. What weapon is that?
Okay, so my longsword is... Oh, damn it. Now it won't let me click it. My longsword, I think it says 2D, and the other one says 1D. So does that mean it rolls 2 dice?
Which longsword is that?
The +1.
That should say 1d8 plus 3 plus 1.
1d8 plus 3 plus
1. Where are you
Okay,
seeing 2d8?
Well, now I
Two-handed,
can't
maybe?
open it.
No, two-handed would be
it was on a great
1d10.
club.
Yeah, okay, so the Great Club for damage should be 1d8 plus 3.
So it's worse than my longsword.
Yes, the other Great Club that the guy had was 2d8, but that's because it was a giant, not a Great Club is 1d8.
1d8.
That's why I had to get rid of that one and give you the actual one, because that would be broken as hell.
Kind of like that broken as hell. Is there a way to fuse my longsword and my Great Club into one?
You can certainly try.
All right.
I don't know how you want to try to do it, and it would require skill checks, and most likely you would fail, but it's up to you if you want to try.
Oh.
I will allow you to try whatever you want to try, but I'm gonna make you. It's gonna have consequences.
Yeah, I'm just very partial to the Great Club now.
Okay.
And I didn't
All
get
right.
to see that axe that Castus has. Is that is that like the same as the Great Club, I guess?
No. That is a two-handed. That's only two-handed weapon, and it does 1d12. So it'd be 1d12 plus, I believe, 3 for you because it's strength. Yeah, 1d12 plus 3.
1d12, 3. And what was my longsword again? It won't let me.
1d8 plus 4. Your +1 longsword 1d8 +4.
Okay, so the axe is better.
So, okay, so here's the way you generally figure out damage. Your average roll on a 1d8 is going to be 4.
Okay.
Okay, so you take the average damage 4 plus any relevant modifiers, which is another 4. So the damage would be 8 average damage with your longsword +1.
Okay, so that'd be 9 damage.
No, it would be 8. It's 4 plus 4.
Okay.
The great axe, the average of 1d12 would be 6 plus 3, so it would be 9 average damage instead of 8. With the +1 longsword, though, you get +1 to all your attack rolls as well.
So the longsword is still better.
Well,
Or the same, I guess. Oh, wait. Yeah, the same.
Big Hoss,
But it's one-handed.
yeah. The longsword is one-handed and allows you to wield a shield.
Right.
And the great axe will not allow you to do that.
Okay. Got it.
You can equip what you want to equip. I'm not going to play your character for you, but considering this is your first time playing, I want to make sure you understand the consequences of your choices.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to understand now is... Yeah, okay. I got it.
Okay. All right. You guys wake up and you find yourselves in this cave. You have got a good night rest. You are completely healed. All of your spells are back. Your stamina is recovered. What would you like to do?
Leave the cave. Where's the
Okay.
next mission?
So, you have 2 missions, I believe, left. You have a couple of things at Thunder Tree. And you have a couple of things. Why? That's proper. I want to have it. I want that up. Okay. You guys are okay. Well, let's bring you back to the region map. Can everybody see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys are sitting right about here on the region map. You have a couple of things at Thunder Tree to do. You have a druid to talk to, and you have a necklace to get. And Cragmaw Castle is roughly about here.
I think that's where we were heading, wasn't it?
Well, Cragmaw is you. That's where Clark went. There's. You can go where you want to go, but the druid and the druid side quest and the necklace were at Thunder Tree, and then Cragmaw Castle, which was kind of the story quest, is somewhere in there.
I was thinking
Fragma is
of-
where we're going to find the ones that held you
Mhm.
hostage today.
Yeah.
Castus gently suggests that maybe you guys should go back to Phandelver, resupply, as it's basically along the way.
Good idea.
We'll take that advice.
Wonderful. That is going to be. Is there is. So roughly that scale, it's about 10 miles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, about 40 miles. I think you can do about 20 a day. Let me just double check all that. Heirs must rest 8 hours a day, 24 miles a day. So that would take you about 2 days of travel. So we are going to do some road encounters on the way back. You set out from Wyvern Tor the first day. We will roll. That's wrong. And the first day, nothing. You set up camp for the evening. And during the evening, all is quiet. That would be there. Then 24 would be, that would be, yeah, you get back in Phandelver in the evening. So one more roll. The way back to Phandelver is all quiet, ladies and gentlemen. You guys get back into Phandelver. Let me turn off your concentration, Bonita. Turn off Astus's concentration. That means you guys were not blessed long ago. You guys come back to Phandelver sometime as the sun is setting. You've been out on the road for almost a week and a half now. And there's a level of comfort in returning to Phandelver now. People greet you. They're happy to see you. You're the heroes of Phandelver. As you approach the inn and walk inside, Toblin welcomes you. As always, drinks, food, rooms for you guys are on the house. Is there anything you would like to do in Phandelver? Oh, here's what I'm going to say. Just for the sake of some realism, I am going to charge each of you 3 silver for trail rations, new arrows, armor, maintenance, sharpening your sword, fixing the dents in your armor, things like that. So everyone please take away 3 silver from your supply. Then that will restock your arrows, that will restock all of your food for your trails, that will fix up any nicks in your armor, things like that. Just maintenance fees from an MMO. So you have arrived in Phandelver. You have a number of jobs done. You have Sister Garlia's job done. You have Old Owl Well done. You have Wyvern Tor done. What would you guys like to do before you set back out?
I need to go speak to Halia.
Okay. So, AK, you would like to sort of tell the group you have business and you head off towards the Phandelver Miners Exchange, I would assume?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Before we get there, would any of you other 3 like to do anything?
Is there a place where I can sell like some weapons? I know I bought one from I think it was.
You could
right here.
The Lion Shield Coster. Yes, you can go talk to her and see if she'll buy weapons off of you. Yes.
Okay, I'd like to do that.
Okay. AK and Haas have a task. Bonita, Shaylin, anything you guys would like to do?
Actually, I'm going to go with Haas.
Okay. Bonita, is there anything you would like to do?
Yeah, I'll go with Haas and Galen.
Okay. So we will have we'll follow Haas, Shaylin, and Bonita first. You guys go to the Lion Shield Coster. And inside there, you find, because it's close to evening, let me get her name real quick. You find Lene Greywind, the proprietor. She looks up at as you enter. She looks at you, Hoss, and you, Bonita, with a fairly neutral expression. Shaylin, she kind of gives you a little bit of a smirk as you enter. What can I help you all with?
I'd like to have this mall appraised and then sold, perhaps.
Okay. So you put the mall down on the table. She looks at it. It is now covered in a little bit of blood. It's it has been used. And she looks at it and she looks at you. Is this the one I sold you?
No, this is different. It just looks the same.
Huh. Roll a deception check.
Would it really be deception with him though?
13. I see. I will pay you 2 gold for it.
How about 5?
How about 1?
About 3?
Keep them all.
Oh!
Oh!
I don't like liars.
Being.
I'd like to throw it through her window.
You want to throw them all through her window?
Shaylin. Convince her otherwise.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I'd like to just leave it out front with blood and guts on it and stick it into the ground.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to try to talk to her about?
Well, not now.
Okay. Shaylin, Bonita, is there anything else you would like to? Okay, so hold on. So you're gonna stick the mall on the ground outside of her business?
And pout.
Yeah, and do I have a goblin head left over?
You probably have some. I don't think you have a head. I think you have some arms.
All right, and I'd like to put the arm around it like it's holding it.
Okay. So Haas kind of stalks out, and you guys don't see this, but he sticks the handle of the maul in the ground, and he kind of uses his sword to dig a little bit of a hole to have the arm like sticking out of the ground too, like the goblin is trying to bust out of the ground holding this maul. He has a little bit of street art using his misbegotten weapon and one of the goblin arms. All right, that leaves Shaylin and Bonita in the Lion Shield Coster. What would you two like to do?
I was planning on selling the light crossbow and bolts that I have in my inventory.
You offer them to her. The crossbow bolts, because I'm not really charging for those. They're going to be worthless. We're not really keeping track of those. The crossbow she looks at, have you used this?
No.
Jalen? No, you haven't used it? Okay. She would look at it and she would offer you 10 gold.
Okay.
Okay. She will take your light crossbow and you may add 10 gold to your total. And I would say the bolts are included in that 10 gold.
Yeah.
Okay, so we will delete those. Wonderful.
And then
All
I'm
right.
going to peruse her goods again at some
Okay.
point. But we can do her. We can do Lady Bonita next.
So if you go look at the shelves, she has a number of things. She's got rope. She's got candles. She's got like some pots and pans. She has some basic general store goods.
Okay.
You know from the simple fact that you know you notice that she has some weapons in the back that she'll sell to people. But basically, in anything that like a general store might have, she'd have. So,
Gotcha.
all right, Bonita, is there anything you'd like to do in here?
You just answered my question. Just like her general goods and stuff.
Yeah, she has general goods.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think I'm okay. I guess just looking around at everything.
All right, wonderful. So you two are perusing the shop. Okay, we'll then go to Mask. Mask, you all walk down south from the inn, and you split off from the group as they go into the Lion Shield Coster. You head to the Phandelver Miners Exchange, and you enter. And Halia is in there. She looks up and gives you a nod, as you do, and she motions for you to kind of lock the door behind you if you're going to have a serious discussion. Are you muted, AK?
I'm
said
sorry.
Mask. You said Mask.
No,
sorry.
sorry.
Mask, yeah.
I apologize. No, my bad. You, AK, go to the Miners Exchange, and Polly motions for you to lock the door if you're going to have a serious discussion.
Okay, so I lock the door behind me.
Okay. What can I help
I fill
you with?
her. I fill her in on what we've done, having seen the Banshee and the Necromancer, and what happened in that little ravine in the cave. And I ask her what news about who's behind my summons to Phandelver.
She accepts all of your information quite graciously. Point of fact, she thanks you profusely for the knowledge of what you have been doing and the state of affairs outside of Phandelver. She informs you that she hasn't really found anything out quite yet. That they have been doing a lot of digging into you in Neverwinter, because that was her predominant theory, that somebody was trying to pull you away from Neverwinter.
Mm-hmm.
She says, she kind of smiles and talks about how she learned that you had quite a wild youth, that you ran throughout the city, you enjoyed your time with wine and women, and that she has learned you had this sort of rambunctious youth before settling down with your now wife and having a family. She kind of gives you a rundown of your life, and that's what she's learned, but she can't seem to find anyone who has a major grudge against you in the city. And she hasn't, her agents, the agents of the Zentarium, they haven't heard of any major plots to try to take over any of your family's businesses, take over any of your family's wealth, to assassinate you, or she can't seem to find anything directly from Neverwinter, and she's starting to wonder if it isn't something else, because at this point in time she feels she would have figured something out. And she asks you if there's anything else that you might know. Do you have any direct enemies? Do you have any major competitions in Phandelver? Is there anyone you've had a falling out with? She asks you these questions, and I, as the DM, will tell you that nothing comes to mind for you.
Right. I was just sitting here thinking, I don't think so.
She then says to you that her agents will continue to work in Neverwinter. and see if they can't uncover something, and that she is going to start doing a little bit more searching around Phandelver for anyone who might have a connection to you.
All right. I appreciate your efforts.
She thanks you, and she apologizes for not having any news for you.
All right. Then I'll.
You what?
I would go ahead and finish.
No, I was going to ask if you were going to leave then.
Yes, I'm going to take my leave of her.
Okay. Would you do me a favor, and as you leave, would you roll for me a perception check? Wonderful. As you leave the building, the night is quiet. And you don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Okay.
What would you like to do now?
Head back to the inn.
Okay. Okay, so you head back to the inn. Bonita, Shaylin, you are perusing the wares in the Lion Shield Coster. Haas, you are constructing modern art outside of it. What would you guys like to do?
We can head back to the. I'll head back to the inn.
Back to the inn? Okay.
I was just
Cody?
saying we have to talk to the elf guy as well.
Well, you have Sister Garlia to talk to, the elf guy, and Harbin Wester for those 3 side quests. So.
Oh yeah. Is it too late in the day to turn in those quests?
You could probably turn in 1.
Okay.
Elf guy, magical.
Elf
guy.
guy.
The whole idea was Cragmaw Castle. Once it's completed, then we would be able to collect a lot of stuff. I thought.
No, Cragmaw Castle is its own job, and you get 500 gold for finishing that.
Okay.
So take that, AK.
Each
Okay.
of these quests are their own quest.
I believe it was me who talked to Sister Galia, so I'll probably go to return that to her.
Okay, so
Okay.
so you guys are gonna split up.
Yeah, I guess me and Lady Bonita.
Okay, so
originally did
you
talk
guys all kind of group up here, I'll say. And then you want to split up.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I'd like to show them all this horn that I just realized I've been carrying around since the start of the thing.
All the what?
What?
Called a horn.
A horn?
Yeah. And I'll explain that if I ever blow it, they'll know
okay.
I need help.
Okay.
Because has a war horn. Awesome. Okay, so who is going to go where?
Me and Benito go to the elf guy. I can't remember his name.
Shaylin, you want to go to talk to Sister Garlia?
Yep.
AK, what would you like to do?
I'll go with Shay.
All right, so we will go with Big Hoss and Lady Bonita first. You go up to this home here. You knock on the door, and let me just make sure I have his name correct. Do you remember the 2 items that you wanted?
I know I wanted the rod, and then I think Tammy wanted the bow.
Immovable rod and the +1 longbow, yes.
Yes.
So you knock on the door, and Darren Eldermath? Edermath. Darren Edermath answers, and he says, yes, hello, welcome, come in. And you enter. He was the one who wanted you to visit Old Owl Well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He asks you how the job went.
I'd like to tell him what we found and what we found out.
Okay, so you tell him about the necromancer, the undead, that he's there doing research, and that he doesn't seem to be a threat, at least not immediately.
All right.
He thanks you. And he says, perhaps I will visit this necromancer myself. Very well. 2 magical items of your choice. And you ask for the immovable rod and a longbow +1, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Does he want us to accompany him, or might I ask him that?
I don't think that shall be necessary, but thank you.
Hmm.
I don't.
Yeah.
Where is my longbow? I know I had a longbow +1. Yes, I do. Bonita, you are now carrying a +1 longbow.
Yay.
Now, do I have an immovable rod? I do have an immovable. Big Hoss, you now have an immovable rod.
Sweet.
Now, he teaches you the command phrase. It can be whatever you want it to be, because quite frankly, I don't care.
Okay.
In order to activate it, you have to be touching it, and you have to speak the command phrase, and it will essentially hover in the air indefinitely. And it cannot be moved.
Okay. Do I need to equip this as like a weapon?
Nope.
Or?
It is an item.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yes, Darbus is right. You must speak the magic word while holding your rod. So, that leaves us to AK and Shaylin. You go to Sister Garlia's house, which is this house here, directly behind the shrine. You knock on the door, and where is my shrine? Sister Garlia answers. She is an elven woman. She is wearing a long, very chaste robe, as she is essentially a nun. And she very politely asks what she can help you with at this late of an hour.
You request us to find information about a spell book.
Yes, have you found it?
A necromancer has it in the city of Arabor. Possibly. That was the last known location.
Wonderful. You see her face kind of break into a smile. Thank you. Please wait. Please wait. She turns around and closes the door. And within about a minute, she comes back. And she hands you, if I recall correctly,
The one thing we needed.
3 potions of healing. As a reward for you finding the information, she hands you 3 potions of healing. I can add those to your inventory, Shaylin.
Wow.
Let me go here, and then... No. Oh, that's just that. I need to go there, and then I need to go here. And equipment. You now have 3 potions of healing. Shay, you are now the proud owner of 3 potions of healing.
Hey!
All right. Anything else you guys would like to do?
Perhaps see if she has any other quests and or needs to be taken care of.
Before you can even open your mouth, she shuts the door after handing you the potions.
Damn.
Ah.
Boy, she was sure impressed with you.
Shaylin, AK, roll for me a perception check.
Ooh. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay,
Ooh.
that's all I wanted. Thank you. What would you like to do now?
Maybe go back to the tavern.
The inn or...
Yeah, the
Okay.
inn.
Okay, so you guys head
Yeah.
back to the inn. All right. Bonita, Big Hoss, you are now excused from Darren's house. Your items in hand. Bonita, I will equip your +1 longbow for you,
Yeah.
just so that we know it's there. Your new items in hand, Bonita, this is a very finely crafted bow. It is beautiful. The rod you're holding, Big Hoss, is very simple looking, but you know that you can sense that it has magical power in it. As you step out, you see Shaylin and AK. You can kind of see through the buildings, and you see them head back into the inn. What would you guys like to do?
Yeah, I'd like to go back to the inn
Yeah.
and blow my horn.
No. Okay. Well,
The one that means trouble.
Hoss,
Well, it means trouble or...
you just told them it means trouble. You didn't tell them an or.
Everywhere I go is trouble.
You're not wrong.
my goodness.
Bonita, Hoss, roll for me a perception check, please.
Oh boy. Okay.
Sure.
Perception.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. That's all I needed. You make your way back to the inn. You make your way into the inn. Toblin is happy to see you. He provides you with anything you wish to drink, anything that he has that you can eat, and rooms available.
I'll head to bed.
Same.
Hey.
Same.
Castus heads to bed. He begins peeling his armor off as he walks to his bedroom. Ready for a comfortable night for once. So. Shay, is there anything you would like to do?
I'll probably just go to bed in the tavern.
Okay.
Or
You all go to your rooms. You follow Castus's example. You peel off your armor. It's been near a week since you've had it off. Sleeping in it is uncomfortable. You lay your weapons down on the tables. You lay down in bed. Comfortable.
Wait,
Say, what?
can I lay next to my great club?
Yes, if you want.
Okay.
Big Hoss falls asleep with his great club in his hand, which is something I never thought I would say. Anyways,
Jeez. Keep
you
it
guys,
PG, man.
you guys, you lay down, you relax, you feel safe for the moment. AK, roll for me a perception check, please. You roll over in bed, AK. The night is quiet. It is calm. And you feel a scratch against one of your cheeks. I need you to roll for me a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution. Oh, there it is.
12. You feel your muscles begin to seize up. They begin to freeze. But you shake it off. Your muscles relax. Whatever cut you came from behind you. What would you like to do?
Are my muscles still seized up, or am I frozen in
No.
the bed?
No, they started to seize, and you. I put the DC at 10 for that check, and you rolled a 12. So you fight off the effects of paralysis.
Well, then I'm going to jump up and look behind me.
You jump to your feet, and you spin to look towards the door of the room, and standing in the center of the room, holding a dagger in one hand and a crossbow in the other, is Hannum Cartwright.
And,
The gentleman who
Hired us.
drove the cart with you to Phandelver.
So that's why they call him Cartwright.
He's pointing a crossbow at you and holding a dagger, and he doesn't look happy that you were able to jump up. I knew I should have bought a dagger. Sit down. And he motions with the crossbow for you to sit on your bed.
What do you want?
I want you to sit down.
So I'll sit down.
Okay, you sit down on the bed. And he sheathes his dagger. And he puts two hands on his crossbow, and he aims it directly at your chest.
What is this about, man?
Great Lord Craig Walker.
I
didn't think you'd come.
So you sent the letter.
I sent the letter, you dirty rat. Big family man in the city. I'll pull the trigger. I'll end you.
Why? What is it I've done to you?
It's what you didn't do. You
Go on.
You abandoned my mother. She loved you.
I'm your mother.
She wasn't noble enough for your blood. You used her, tossed her aside, and married some great lady. But now I have you here. And you're gonna pay. And he brings the crossbow up as you start to speak.
You do know that if you kill me, you'll never leave this inn alive. I'm not alone.
You didn't see me following you before. You didn't see me following you the first time you met with the witch down at the exchange. I won't hear a thing.
I see you now, and right at that moment I want to scream, "Shay."
As you scream, he pulls the trigger. Unfortunately, the rooms are small. He is in melee combat, but you are not wearing your armor. So he is going to target you with a crossbow attack with disadvantage, which is lucky because he rolled a nat 20. He still hits. You take 9 damage as a crossbow bolt buries itself into your chest. And from there, he spins and runs out the door of your room and out of your sight. At this point in time, Shay, I need you to roll for me a perception check.
Alrighty.
12. You hear somewhere AK scream, Shay!
I shall
then
go investigate.
You hear a door slam open. As you push out your way out into the hall, you see a figure holding a crossbow, dashing away from you and around a corner back into the inn proper. Roll for me a perception check. This figure is a dwarf, and it is not AK. But you don't know who it is in the dark.
I will go towards AK's room.
You push your way into AK's room, and AK is on his bed with a crossbow bolt sticking out of his chest.
I shall help attend to that.
All right, you push into the room with AK, and you help him with his crossbow bolt. With his wound.
Yeah. I would assume like a medicine check /
Well, he's not
dead.
He's not dead. He's wounded, but he's not in any serious danger of dying.
Okay.
You help him dress the wound. You extract the bolt. You help him dress the wound. You would need to administer a healing potion or something to heal the damage. But this was very early in the evening, so you would still get your long rest afterwards. I'll tell you that so you don't waste any resources.
Yeah.
But yes, that is what has now occurred. You are now in your room with a bleeding AK. It at roughly like 1 a.m.
What happened, AK?
It was Hannah. He's angry with me about one of my past relationships, which was with his mother.
Oh.
He's angry that I ended up marrying someone else.
Ah. Family quabbles.
Mm-hmm.
That tugs a little bit at your heartstrings, Shaylin. You have a little bit of family. You have a little bit of trouble, family trouble in your past. So, what would you guys like to do from there?
We let Hassan lady know.
Yep.
Okay.
Let everybody know.
You guys wake up Haas, Bonita. You wake up Castus as well?
Yes.
Okay, so you gather the group for a little late night meeting. You walk in to Bonita's room and wake her up. You walk in, finding Haas holding his great club, cuddling up to it,
Kissing it.
kissing it a little bit. I wouldn't complain if you decided to let him sleep. When you wake up Castus, he immediately gets out of bed and he will immediately target you. And I have the wrong thing active. He will immediately target you and cast Cure Wounds on you. AK. And heal you for 17 damage. So you feel the wound in your chest that you and Shaylin had dressed sort of close and heal up as the blood kind of flakes away, and you pull the bandage back and you just see smooth skin over it.
Thank you again, lad.
He nods and acknowledges the story that Hannum, although he does not know Hannum, that there is an enemy out there that you will need to be careful of.
We need to find him and kill him.
I would assume he's telling that to the whole group, so.
Mm-hmm.
Would you know where he's at or where he's going?
If he thinks I'm dead, he may be going back to Neverwinter.
Oh.
But I don't know. Not sure. We can ask around. We need to let the tavern owner know. We need to let Toblin know what just happened too.
Possibly tell Harbin as well.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Harbin, Sildar.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Anyone you might wanna-
Everybody.
Perhaps in the morning, Castus says.
Probably a good idea.
You know, the funny thing is, I thought about leaving my armor on when I went to bed.
Oh, man.
Castus kind of sighs. We probably should. And with that, he goes back to his room, and you hear shuffles of him reluctantly putting on his armor as he goes back.
I'll do the same.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my armor back on too.
Okay. I did re-equip that for you. I unequipped it to find your AC unequipped, so because it was 12. It's your armor gives you +1 to AC, so it was 12. All right. I'm going to assume you didn't even wake Big Hoss up from his time with his great club. So
No, 'cause he'd probably be running through the street screaming his name now. We did that.
Might be true. Shaylin, Bonita, AK went to bed. What would you like?
Who, me?
Mask. Sorry, Shaylin.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm messing up. AK and Bonita went back to bed. Shaylin, what would you like?
I'll probably go back to bed as well.
Okay. Are you all putting on your armor or not?
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm gonna thank Mask for coming when I called.
No problem, buddy.
All right. You all go back to bed. You gain the benefits of a long rest. I will just refund that resource. I don't think you should need to do a long rest because I think everything you didn't use anything.
No.
Yeah.
You sleep through the night. No other interruptions.
All right.
You have a little bit of a fitful rest, considering how close that could have been. But you do get sleep. And when you wake up, Toblin greets you with breakfast. Can I assume that you inform him of last night's events?
Yes.
Yes.
He's shocked. Harbin's been around for a while. He's been basically he's been hanging out in Phandelver ever since he showed up on the cart. He has kind of kept to himself, but he hasn't really caused any problems. He doesn't disbelieve you. You know, roll a persuasion check with advantage, considering that I'm going to assume Shaylin's going to back you up on this.
Mm-hmm.
17. He believes you. He believes you, and he says that he will keep an eye out for him if he sees him. And that you should probably let Harbin and Sildar know of this event, as they're essentially the only law in town. So it might be a good idea for you to
next stop
to let
Yep.
them know. So
Yep.
with that, you finish breakfast. Anything you'd like to, any drink you would like, he provides to you. You get a decent breakfast, a little porridge, maybe an egg, maybe some eggs. Get a good breakfast. So you are now free. What's up?
I was going to say over breakfast we can fill in Hoss too about what happened.
Oh yeah.
So Big Hoss, you wake up. You had a great sleep, Hoss. God, it was you hadn't slept that good in a long time.
At least
the
since
rock.
yesterday.
Yeah, at least since yesterday.
The Rock.
And you wake up, have breakfast, and AK is telling you about how he got shot by Hannum the night before. And you find out that Hannum has essentially betrayed you.
Man, that's a crazy dream you had, AK.
It's
It wasn't
not a dream.
Yeah.
What? That's all I have, really.
All right. He says, "What?" And then he goes back to his eggs.
I'm still
That's
half
all I have to say about that.
All right. What would you guys like to do with your time in Phandelver?
Chase after Hannum.
Well, we need to go see Harbin and Sildar.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
All right. You guys go. You make your way to the town hall, which is right here. You push in. Sildar is awake. Harbin is somewhat awake, sitting at his desk. They are doing some paperwork. Sildar seems to be drafting a letter, and Harbin seems to be crunching some numbers. They look up as you walk in, and Sildar says, "Yes, welcome. The heroes of Phandelver, the heroes of Phandelver are always welcome. What can I help you with?"
And we tell him what happened.
You tell him about Hannum. Is that
Yes.
wonderful? I'm gonna go with your old persuasion check of 18. He believes you. He also expresses surprise. Not quite as much as Toblin. Sildar didn't really spend all that much time with Hannum, whereas Hannum was staying at the inn. But he believes you, and he laments the fact that he doesn't have a greater guard force to patrol the streets here, but that he will keep an eye out for him, and should he find him, he will do his best to bring him to justice.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I am glad that you survived this encounter.
Not without my friends.
Friends are a precious commodity indeed in these times.
mm-hmm.
One
Maybe inform him about the Wyvern tour as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you tell. Okay, Harbin pipes. Oh, you Wyvern Toll. Yes, I. Have you completed the listing, the posting?
Yes.
That has been a thorn in my side for 3 months now. I believe I promised you 100 gold for that, correct?
Yep.
Let me just make sure. Yes. He goes to the safe, pulls out 100 gold, and he hands it to all of you. You now have a bag filled with 100 gold that you can divvy up as you see fit.
Thank you.
Neat.
Thank you very much. Does one of you want to take it? Do you want to divide it equally? What would you like to do?
Equally.
Divided equally. Yeah.
Is Castus involved in this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, then it would be 20 gold apiece.
Okay.
There's that. Give me 1 second. All right. Well, you guys now find yourselves 100 gold richer. Sildar and Harbin go back to their respective paperworks. You guys leave the building, and as you leave the building, Darren is standing outside the building, and he looks to Big Hoss and Bonita, and he asks if you would, if he could have some of your time to speak with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. He leads you up to his orchard. He informs Shaylin and AK that while he's welcome to follow, that they will not be privy to this conversation. So that they can wait outside his home, but he has to speak with Big Hoss and Bonita private.
This is the
This is the elf that gave you the weapons
okay,
and the
that's
item. So he leads you up here. AK, Shaylin, is there anything you would like to do while you're waiting, or do you just want to wait?
Yeah, I need to go speak to Halian.
Okay. You are going to head down. Shaylin, what would you like to do?
Maybe see if I can't find some magic item weapons and or items or armor, perhaps, in one of the stores.
Okay. You know of 2 stores. There's Barthen's and there's Linnae's.
Yep.
You can go visit them and ask, but I will tell you that it would be highly unlikely that they'd have anything of significant value. You do know that Darren has some magical items that he might be willing to
That's
part
right.
with for gold. So you could
That's
wait
right,
and
yeah.
talk to him. You could try asking around Phandelver if anyone else is a old adventurer or something who has made their way here. You can do any number of things you'd like.
I think I'll go with them and wait till they're done talking so I can talk to the elf.
All right. So, you all, Shaylin, Big Hoss, and Bonita follow Darren up to his home. AK, you linger and go down south. As you reach the home, Darren turns to you, Shaylin, and apologizes, but says to please wait outside.
Will do.
And as he closes the door behind you, he turns to you, Big Hoss and Bonita, and he says, I'm rather impressed with both of you. You seem to be very steadfast, very virtuous, and quite vigilant. He pulls out a sort of badge. See if I can find it for you. So that you can see it. Yes, it looks like this. And I'm going to send this directly to you, Bonita and Big Hoss, because that way nobody else knows what it looks like. There is you, Big Hoss. There is you, Tammy. And he shows this badge to you. Do you see it?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. And he says, I'm part of an organization. We call ourselves the Order of the Gauntlet.
The Order of the Gauntlet.
We are a coalition. Warriors, knights, paladins, clerics, who dedicate themselves to eradicating evil throughout the lands of this region. I was wondering if you two would like to be a part of it. You would be inducted into our order. You would be expected to, if our order calls, to aid any in it, to fight in any major battles that the order would deem you necessary to fight in, and in exchange, you would be able to summon warriors such as me and yourselves to your side, should the need arise.
I'm in.
Sounds legit.
Who's to join?
Did he tell me a little bit more about it first?
Yes. So this is a quasi-religious order. And it is generally surrounds the belief of one's god. So there are many gods that are good, lawful.
Okay.
And pretty much any of them are welcome in here. Although he will say that having a ranger is somewhat rare, whereas a fighter, a cleric, a paladin are much more common. He tells you that the tenets are faith is the members' most potent weapons. Great challenges require heroic demonstrations of both strength and valor.
And I definitely got that.
And it is justified to punish an act of evil, but not thoughts or feelings of evil. That you don't try to control people so much as you try to eradicate evil deeds.
Okay.
And what's the god?
Any lawful good god. Basically, it's not a specific god. It's just that faith is a major part of this organization.
Got it.
Okay, I'm in.
Me too.
All right.
I've never been evil at all.
He presents to you each a pin similar to that. He then tells you that you are now of the lowest rank, which is a cheval.
Cheval.
You each have the title of cheval now.
Oh,
So much like AK has the title of Fang, you now bear the title of Chevall.
oh, I spelled that wrong. Cheval. Oh,
Chvell.
Yep. And you are now rank 1 in the Order of the Gauntlet. By the way, AK, I should send you the Zentarium pin so you know what it looks like, because you have one as well. It looks like... Oh, somebody actually made one. That's cool. Open image in a new tab. It looks like this. AK. Where are you on my list?
Probably at the bottom.
Looks like that.
Oh, okay.
Okay. He tells you that by no means is this a secret order. That there is... That you're free to wear your badge with pride. You're free to tell people. It's just that... He is an adventurer. He knows... He's dealt with warlocks before, and he understands that they're not exactly the right sort of person for this organization. So he was uninterested in inviting Shaylin.
okay.
And he didn't want to make, even though we don't know, maybe he knows that AK might be a double agent.
But he congratulates you, and he tells you that should there be great evils somewhere, to call upon the Order, and that should there be great evils other places, the Order will call upon you.
Got it.
So
And
does
that-
the badge like light up or something when there's evil?
No.
Oh.
I think
Well, he said I could call him in, man. He didn't say
we
how.
determined the evil.
He gives
All
you a smile, and he appreciates the gesture. And again, once again, congratulates you for joining, and sees you each out, and then sees Shaylin standing, and says, "Yes, is there anything I can help you with?"
Yes, I was wondering if you had any magical items that you would sell to me.
I have a couple left in my possession. 2 of them are in the hands of your allies. Are you looking for what else I have?
Yes.
Okay. He leads you into the home, and let me double check here. He has... So he shows you the boots of striding and jumping that he has. And he will sell you. He also shows you the bag of holding that he showed you before. What else? He also pulls out a rather odd-looking clay jug and sets it on the table. And he pulls out a couple of potions that you recognize as healing potions. He says the boots of hold on, let me
Bringing in striding.
the boots of striding since he likes you would probably run you about 200 gold. The bag of holding would probably be about 1,500 gold. The jug, which he says is an alchemy jug. If you don't know what an alchemy jug is, an alchemy jug is a ceramic jug that looks to be about a gallon or so large. And as an action, you can name a liquid, and the jug will produce that liquid at a rate of 2 gallons per minute. But it can only produce it. There is a max amount it can produce per day, depending upon what you want it to make. But it will make essentially anything, any sort of liquid you wish it to make. That would probably cost you about 300 gold or 3,000 gold. And the healing potions he will sell you for. He has 2 of them, and he'd sell you them for about 30 gold apiece.
A piece or both?
A piece. So for both, it would be 60. Which he says is quite discounted. And a healing potion is 50 gold stock. So he's giving you quite a discount for the assistance you have given him.
I think I'll buy the 2 healing potions.
All right, you buy the 2 healing potions. I think you have some, don't you, in your inventory?
Yes, I do. I have 3 right now, but
okay, so then
you can never have too many of those.
I will add 2 more. You now have 5. Please subtract 60 gold from your total.
I would also like to ask him if he might know of any other people in town that might have gear that is magical, perhaps.
Unfortunately, magical items are quite rare. I know that there is a druid in Thundertree who may have some items of magical properties, but or a druid who used to come through here, who I believe is at the moment in Thundertree, who may have some magical items. But unfortunately, I don't think there's anyone around here other than myself who has any. You can, of course, check, but I think I would have heard of them, and no, I haven't.
Would you be talking of Radith by chance?
Radith? Is that the... Is that the...
Radith the Druid is a name we've been heard before, so...
Yes, I believe Quailith gave you that one. And it is Reedith, yes. I believe that is her name, yes. I'm not well acquainted with her. I've seen her in Phandelver in the past. But other than a few passing words, I've never really spoken. She was more friends with the local farmers, I believe.
I see. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I shall leave after that.
That will take us to you, AK. You push your way into the Phandelver Miners Exchange, and you find Halia deep in paperwork, managing some reports. What would you like to do?
All right. Is there anyone else in there?
No.
I'll lock the door behind me.
As you lock the door, she looks up. Ah, Lord Craigwalker. What do I owe the pleasure of your visit this morning?
Our quarry paid me a visit last night.
He did.
He was there to leave a crossbow bolt in my chest.
That is concerning. You look to be hale and hearty, however.
I have good friends.
Yes, you do. Who you found his identity? Who is it?
Henham. And evidently he's very angry because I had a relationship with his mother in the past and ended up marrying someone else, as he characterized it, casting his mother aside. And that's why he lured me here to kill me.
How? See.
He admitted to sending the letter, by the way.
Well, that makes my job much easier. I know what he looks like. I shall circulate his description. If he goes to any major city, we will find him.
Thank you.
Roughly, how old are you, sir?
I will have to look that up.
Yes, I believe you are 150-ish.
154, yes. 154 years old.
Oh, he's still just a teenager and dwarf years.
Mhm.
Middle-aged and dwarf years. Do you know how old Hannum was?
I have no idea.
You two do bear some resemblance. Is he your son?
Not that I know of. Ah.
I was going to say, you guys are both pretty short. Man.
I wonder.
Seems I've been doing this fair long time, my lord. I've never heard of anyone hunting a man down for merely not marrying his mother. There's something deeper there.
I wonder if he's my son.
Oh,
I will look
But
into it.
I was never told.
Hannum, the night before, said that you had a relationship with his mother and you cast him off. And he also said it was what you didn't do for him.
Okay, so do I have knowledge of all this? Because when he said that, I thought he meant I cast his mother off, and never
Dada?
said anything about, I don't remember anything ever being said about having an illegitimate son.
Well, you know you've had several relationships before you got married.
Sure, I'm 154.
Yeah. Whether or not any of them ended in pregnancy, I mean, you wouldn't know per se.
Right.
but it is always a possibility.
Right.
So,
Well, that being the case, if we find him, let's capture him and not kill him. I want to talk to him again.
that should be arranged. That should easily be arranged, is what I mean to say. I can circulate that. I will.
But I don't know nothing about this conversation.
No, you don't.
Sorry.
You're at around this time. You're just receiving your pin and asking if it glows.
Right.
I will make sure to inform the Zentarium that Hannum Cartwright is to be captured alive, so that he may be questioned.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anything else?
Unless you have something else to talk to me about, that is all I have for you.
Unfortunately, it seems you've done all of my work for me. I feel mildly useless.
Well, it happens that way sometimes. If you need me, let me know.
I will do so. Thank you very much, sir.
Good day, ma'am.
Good day. And with that, you leave?
Yep.
Wonderful. So you guys leave. You meet up back in the town square?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. You guys meet up in the town square. Castus was waiting outside with Shay. Did not go in. Did not have any interest in the magical items. You guys meet back up, and you now know what you know, and you don't know what you don't know. And you have 2 quests left. You have Thunder Tree, and you have the Cragmaw Castle. So you have to decide what it is you would like to do.
I think we need to go to Thunder Tree.
Agreed.
Thunder Tree first, yeah.
Thunder Tree first. Big Hoss?
Yeah, sorry, I was putting another conspiracy in your Twitch chat.
Oh, you're fine. Okay, this can go the way of the dodo. All right. Let's pull everybody to the regional map. Let me get my handy dandy measuring tool out. 1, 2.
Is Castus still with us?
Yes. 50 miles, so about 2 days to Thunder Tree. Okay. So, you guys depart early in the morning. Your supplies restocked, your armor maintained, your weapons sharpened. You leave the very first day. Nothing for the morning. You camp for the evening. Nothing. You have a very quiet first day along the road. Your first morning, there is nothing. And then nearing the evening, you make your way close to Thunder Tree. You reach Thunder Tree, the outskirts of Thunder Tree, in the evening. Would you like to spend the night outside of Thunder Tree and go in during the day, or would you like to go in at night?
I don't think we should go in at night.
During the day is good.
Yeah.
So you guys camp outside of Thunder Tree for the evening, and your camping is peaceful. That I have not. that will lead us to... Ouch. Thank you, Random. That will lead us to the outskirts of Thunder Tree. The ruins Thunder Tree, where we have... check everything true, and we will activate the scene. You guys come into Thunder Tree from the west. You followed the road up close to Neverwinter and went east, coming in on a ruined trail. Mask, why are you not getting pulled over here? Now you're getting pulled over.
I don't know. There we go.
You find yourselves on the outskirts of a ruined settlement. There is a building here that is fairly well intact. There are two buildings down over here that are practically destroyed. There are birds singing. The trees are swaying. You can hear the creaks of wood as the light breeze blows the canopies around. You know that there are several things you need to investigate here. There's a necklace in an old alchemy shop, and somewhere within this ruined settlement is a druid that you need to speak with. But with that, I think we will end tonight's session, as it is almost 10 p.m. my time.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yep.
man. Okay.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. A lot of fun. So, AK, that was the little twist I had planned for you.
I like that.
Excellent.
I'm glad you appreciate it. I didn't want to spoil it for you, but I liked that idea ever since I thought of it. So
let me just be clear about something.
yes,
Did my character know that he had a kid? Was he aware of what he did?
well, he was aware that he had several relationships. He did not know that he had a kid, but out of game, Hannum is your illegitimate child.
Gotcha.
Dang.
Yeah. And you guys were making comments about me.
Well, you know what?
the
first thing I thought of when I was walking out of that place was I need to talk to Shay and see if he has any of this going on.
I was trying so hard to get somebody to talk about your past of like cavorting around the city so that I could make sure it made sense that you had an illegitimate kid, and I finally got it with Halia right before. Oh my god, I'm so happy I got that. No,
That was amazing storytelling.
Thank you. Okay. Guys, unfortunately, there will be no D&D next week because it is Thanksgiving weekend and not everybody can be here, and you should all spend time with your loved ones. I'm telling that to you guys and to chat. So, there will be no D&D next week, but we should be able to pick up after the week after.
Mm-hmm.
Also, by the way, guys, just because I like you all and you guys did really good, why don't you guys give yourself each 100 EXP?
Hey, nice.
All right.
For you guys' role playing. You guys have been having a good time. I want to make sure you guys are engaging well with the world. Big Hoss is making modern art. I love it. So I want to thank you guys so much for playing. You guys do not understand. I have so much fun doing this. So thank you guys so much for playing. So
It's a really good time.
Good time.
yes, Darbus. Darbus says happy Thanksgiving in advance. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you guys as well. So
Yep.
Oh yes,
I'm
happy
gonna bounce because
Thanksgiving.
it's getting really late. So
Yes, there's no one to raid, so I'm just gonna go straight to end screen, guys. I'm playing Unicorn Overlord tomorrow in the evening, so I'll see you then. But I hope you have yourselves a great evening. Good night, goodbye, have a good one. I'm gonna go to end screen. Bye, everybody.